Hello everybody and welcome back to Barrel Banter! This is episode 3 and as you can see we got a little bit of a cast change. We told you that we're going to be different people on the show sometimes, and today Dennis is not here and he's replaced with the lovely Mr. Joe.
It's me.
And of course you've got Dynamite Mike, Crit Nick, hello, and you've got Tyler aka Wonder Bear HD on YouTube. He just started his YouTube channel. If you could go give him a follow, that'd be really lovely.
Looking real stoic for a minute.
I didn't even have to plug it. I'm just fixing the beard up.
Yeah.
But don't worry, friend. I got you, and I remembered it. It's WUNDERBEARHD.
Like the bread.
Like the bread.
But a bear.
Like
Wait,
the bread.
Wonder Bread
Yes,
spelled
it's about with an O.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
Wonder
like,
spelled with an
it's
O.
like the bar.
It's like the German word
There's-
Wunderbar.
There's like this sandwich
Oh.
place called Wonder Bar. It's
Yeah.
spelled with a U.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a really good name for YouTube. Wonder Bar HD. Not associated with Wonder Bar, the sandwich brand.
Completely different.
But yeah, guys, welcome back to Barrel Banter. I just want to let you know before we get started, this podcast and literally everything the Baseball Channel does is brought to you by the Patreon. If you are not subscribed to the Patreon yet and you're interested in supporting the content that we make, you can go check it out. There's going to be a link down below, and maybe we'll even put the Patreon baseball cards up on screen.
Maybe.
Whoa! So, literally, if you do any amount of money for this Patreon that we have, you get a baseball card made by me. So, yeah, check it out, see if anything works for you, and we'd really appreciate it regardless. Even if you don't subscribe just yet, if you even just look. That would be beautiful.
Just a little.
There are a lot of benefits to being subscribed to the Patreon, so I urge you to read them.
You could even go on a cruise.
You could even go on a cruise. It's just a little complicated.
Yeah. But it's
not
all
like
like
a
we
weird-
pay
it's not
for it,
complicated at
don't
all.
worry
We pay
about it.
for it.
Yeah, we're paying.
All expenses paid.
Oh,
Cruise.
it's only a one-time payment of $100,000.
You see, no, I have to hold on.
Tyler's been has
Y'all
this bone.
keep saying that it's a one-time payment. It's only a one-time payment if they cancel it after the first
No,
year.
you can do one-time payments on
Did you say it to
Patreon.
one-time payment? Because I'm pretty sure
Whatever
it's
the-
still
whatever
a
the-
monthly tier.
Whatever the
Can you
case,
imagine?
ladies and gentlemen, take a look at our Patreon tiers. We have a lot of special ones now. Let's get into it. Fellas, how are we doing today?
I'm good. I mean, I did absolutely nothing.
That can't
But
be true.
all I've done. That's a lie. I played D&D this morning.
That's pretty
Oh.
smart.
That's like
Yeah,
a whole
I did.
activity.
Yeah, I played D&D this morning. It was amazing.
Dude, I
as
miss
always.
D&D so much.
Did you die?
Both
No.
my sessions have been like off for
Dude,
a
mine
few
are
weeks.
I'm
out.
A few weeks to a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I'm our
feels
Get a little
bad.
shaky.
I'm our cleric, and I was at the lowest health, and I was like, great. I was like, fucking wonderful.
Our cleric has a beefy health pool. Like,
What race are they playing?
elf? Half elf, maybe?
Who is our cleric?
Robin.
Oh yeah, she's half elf.
Oh.
Like 19 HP at level 2, I think.
It's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
Oh, that is pretty good.
I guess I must have just gotten some shit rolls. I'm playing a half orc war cleric.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
rolling for
probably.
stats?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rolling
we
for
rolled
stats is a two-headed sword, man. You get
Yeah.
like an 18, but you
Yeah.
also make it like a 7. Like,
yeah.
I rolled
Well, I mean,
also.
I mean, my con is fine, but like at the same time, like you roll for health no matter what. Like,
Yeah, rolling for health is fun.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. We roll for we didn't roll for stats, I don't think, but
Oh, no, we didn't.
we rolled for health because it's fun. My wizard started with 8. And
That's typical.
and I believe I have 12 at level 2.
Is that the high? Is that the highest you can have though as a wizard, besides if your constitution's high?
Ooh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. Don't you get a D8 as a wizard?
Yeah, you get a D6.
A D6? So yeah, that's the highest
Yeah,
it can
that's
be
pretty
with
good.
+2 con.
Yeah, I have
It's
like,
still terrible.
Well, yeah, it's wizard, baby.
That's wizard though,
Yeah.
but that's great
and
for
you're
a
a little
wizard.
goblin.
That's true.
Oh yeah, God.
How am I doing today?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. Thank you so much for asking. I've been up for like 2 hours or so, as usual. I won't be, probably the next Barrel Banter we record, actually, I'll be on days. So either I'll be
Yeah.
really fucked up from trying to get my schedule back together, or I'll be like just a normal person. I'm like, yeah, I've been up for 9 hours already. What's up, ladies and germs?
Either Nick won't be here because
Yeah.
he's sleeping.
Yeah, right. Taking a nice
I don't
nap.
know. I'm a little scared to transfer onto the day shift because I'm so used to nights. At
How
this
long have you been
point.
doing nights?
By the time I transfer, a year. Like pretty,
Yeah, that
almost
sucks.
a year on the nose, actually.
Yeah, that sucks.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. Damn, that's crazy. You know, I honestly like the nightlife. It's fun, and I kind of like having all that like alone time.
Yeah.
Like you know, if you asked me a few years ago if I would like something like that, I'd be like, I'd rather be dead. But
I can't imagine it, yeah.
but I've grown to really like it. I get a lot done like on my breaks and
Yeah.
just like when I don't feel like working, I'll tuck myself in the back and like text on my cell phone. Nobody's awake.
Yeah.
But I'll just send texts for people to respond to in
Send
the
it to
morning.
you. Just text the
Yeah.
baseball
That
chat
you
like
get
5
the- yeah,
messages
pretty
in a
much.
row.
Yeah.
Just
That
last night, actually, I think Nick sent me a.
They're my favorite.
Let's time check this text.
They're my favorite text
Dude,
messages
you
to
will
wake
get.
up to.
It does not matter what time it is at night. You will get a text from me.
Let's see.
Waking up to 5 texts from Nick in the baseball chat every morning.
Dude, waking up
Yeah.
to
Can someone do
Oh,
this?
wait,
Can
it
someone
was
do
in
that?
the- it was
Hey,
in
I
the
have an
other
opinion
chat.
on this. It's so good.
waking up to my Snapchats at 5:30 in the morning, like just beat Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Yeah.
Almost all my party died.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, aren't you at work? I'm like, yeah. So
What about it?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I was getting that was
But-
actually the thing I was thinking of was the Snapchat that you finished your thing was.
Oh, dude,
was
I literally
early.
I started it. I started fighting the Elite Four on break, and then my break ended. So I was like, I should get back to the bakery. And so
Nah.
literally, I did. I just put my fucking DS on the counter, and I was just like, die, Steven, you
You
motherfucker.
got like muffins in one hand.
Yeah.
Your DS stylus in the other.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking that's a look, bro.
When was the last time you used the DS stylus?
I just
Does
dude, I
anyone?
lost my
Never.
my 2DS doesn't even have it
Do you
anymore. I
want one?
lost it.
I have
Yes.
extras.
What? Yeah.
Like the extendo ones.
Whoa.
Oh, like
the pretty
As long as it
ones,
fits
yeah.
in the side,
I
I'll
have
take
the,
you up on that.
I have the 2 styluses that came with X and Y that have Xerneas and
Oh,
Yveltal
yeah.
on them.
That's kind of hype.
Dude, when they used to sell those giant ass styluses that were like this
Oh,
long
yeah, yeah.
with
Yeah, that's
Mario
how big
on
they
top.
are. That's exactly what they are.
I've never seen that before. Wait, what?
I'll show you.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
the
definitely have
stylus
one.
is like this big, and the end is like it's like an eraser.
gotta
It's
write
a
a
big
paper.
rubber like Yveltal.
And then
What
there's
the
like the
hell?
difference. I have the Yveltal 3DS. Like that's the 3DS I
Those are
got.
cool.
Those were so nice.
They're
Shit
really-
games, great 3DSs.
Those big
I like
styluses
the
are
Pokemon.
like them.
they're good for like one thing. You put them in your butt.
Urethra. Oh,
And they have that
yeah,
little
yeah,
nip
yeah.
on the
Close,
end so you
close.
can tickle your
Different holes.
prostate.
Oh wow,
Little-
that's pretty hype.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
How's your day, Joey?
Yeah, please.
Oh man.
Enough about my prostate.
If I'm being honest, it's been a real fucked up day. Ready? I wake up in the morning, I have to go to work.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know.
Joey's a real person.
I know. I leave the house raining.
Boring.
Okay.
All right, sure. I get the Starbucks. They don't have the sandwich I want.
Oh my god!
I leave Starbucks, raining harder. Then I worked. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched Infinity War again.
While at work.
Yeah, because
Nice.
why not?
Good movie.
Yeah, it was solid. And then I came here and I tried eating dinner, and then Nick was like, "We're ready when you are," and I was like, "All right."
You were eating dinner at 4:30 p.m.
I didn't eat lunch,
Wait,
so it's like a combo
Gotcha,
lunch
gotcha.
dinner.
did I interrupt your meal?
No,
Did you finish your meal?
I did.
Okay then.
it was like I had just finished, and Rachel was showing me her wish list on her Switch.
Yeah.
And then Nick comes up and he's like, "Ready when you are," and I was like, "All right." I mean,
That sounds like now.
I'm down in a
baby.
minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But otherwise, now
seems like a neutral to bad day.
It's
like
like-
a 4, maybe a 4.
heavily weighted towards bad at the beginning and increasing
Trending
since
up.
then. Yeah, trending up.
The day is trending.
I mean,
Yeah,
you've probably got like 6 or 7 more hours on your
Minimum.
minimum on your agenda here.
Oh yeah. I don't got to work till like 10:30.
Yeah, we going hard tonight.
we play.
I'm
play
talking
going
magic. I'm talking
baseball.
What else do we
Hard
do?
drugs.
Baseball.
I'm talking magic. I'm talking cocaine. I'm talking raisin bran.
Those are the 3 things that define me.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never eaten raisin bran, and I
Neither
never
have I.
fucking plan to.
I get
Yeah.
so much
I'm pissed
shit.
about it,
It's
so I was
pretty
talking.
good.
I get so much shit about Raisin Bran and seltzer at work. People call me an old man because I like Raisin Bran and I like seltzer. They're just two good things.
No, that wait.
I don't like seltzer.
You really are old as fuck.
What the fuck is
Not
up?
honestly.
bad.
My
I'm a
back
Honey
makes
Bunches
me
of
feel
Oats
good.
guy, which is another old
They're
person
fine.
cereal.
No, those
Honey
are
Bunches of Oats is
flames.
different though. Like that shit's
I'm
pretty
just
good.
like I'm glad that I'll always be a child. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I'd
still
say my
at
Cinnamon
20
Toast Crunch,
at 23,
bro.
I'm just like, oh, Fruity Pebbles.
Okay, the amount of times I've seen
And now
Nick
I
eat
use
Fruity Pebbles,
and now I
it's
use
like
vanilla
once a day.
soy milk, so there's
Oh,
even more
like a little-
flavor.
like a little
Look, I'm not saying I don't like Fruity Pebbles. They're still the best cereal.
Yeah.
Hands down. Like
And-
nothing beats. It's just I think it's because they're so small that you just get so much. Like Fruity
How
Pebbles.
you're so small.
Why
Yeah, that's why I like it though. I'll take literally the biggest spoon I can.
Yeah. and just so much.
I feel like a pig putting my mouth in the trough, like
Yeah.
just when I put as much and a little milk drips out
Like
Like
Dennis
down
with the
your
G
fucking
Fuel.
in the promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we clean the table before that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We cleaned it twice and then once after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope so.
So Tyler, please, I want to hear about your day.
Oh, my day was short. I woke up at 1 p.m.
Great.
Yeah. Well, you can tell us about yesterday too now.
Well, yesterday not much happened. The one thing I'm going to talk about today is
Yeah.
based on what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
My arm hurts like a motherfucker because I got my second COVID shot.
Woo!
And, safety. But yeah, it hurts. You're going to see a lot of this motion in this video probably because it's uncomfortable. But I'm not that sick. Obviously, I wouldn't be here. Jason was my understudy. If you want Jason in here, next
Let us
time.
know.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Oh, was that a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
get
was the
out of
plan.
here.
Tyler comes to
I'll
me.
just climb over.
Tyler comes to me during baseball last week, and he's like, "Yeah, so like, if I'm like dead on Sunday, you think Jason will step in?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably."
We never asked Jason. We just assumed he'd be here and
Yes.
ready to shoot.
In all fairness, we were right. He
He's here just doing absolutely
I
nothing.
should say at this point in baseball's history, like enough people have the password and stuff where like the club goes on if I die.
Yeah,
that's
me,
okay.
me, you,
Like, there was
and
a
Dennis.
point before-
And do you have it yet?
Nope.
There was a point where before I met Dennis, like if I perished, the club was gone.
That's it. The club
So-
dies with me.
The password used to not be that hard to guess.
Just leave the password in your will. Like that way when they're
I don't have a will. I'm 23.
Well, you have to
You don't have your
anymore.
affairs in order?
Now
you
you have to make
imagine?
one.
No, do you?
Nick's will is just the password
Dude,
to the Mario
it's-
Superstar
It's
Baseball
left
Club.
solely to Tyler. No
Hey,
one else.
There's nothing else on there. It's just the password. They're like, "What about all his shit?" He's like,
Like,
fuck it, throw it out.
When he came to me at the fresh young age of like 20 and he wanted his will done, the only thing he gave me was this folded piece of paper that just says like butt cheeks.
Holy shit.
Bury me with a pound of boar's head ham.
but a million slices of cheese in them.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
of course.
have we talked about Nick's sandwich on the podcast
What's
yet?
wrong with
I think
my
we did on the
sandwich?
first
1
episode.
pound of ham, 2 pounds of cheese. The perfect sandwich.
No bread. No
bread.
the bread.
Just
wet mud.
bread.
Again, every time.
Dude, what is your
5
fucking
p.m.,
problem?
baby.
This happened last
Come
time too.
on.
I'm a dumbass.
Dude,
Go ahead.
take your birth control.
I did.
Thanks.
It's time.
Dude,
It's time.
hamburger bun, cheese, ham.
More cheese.
That's
than
how
Ham.
You
couple
wouldn't even
cheese on the
stagger
bottom.
it?
Yeah, right? You want to go?
No.
You want to go cheese ham?
If you're saying
ham?
you're not fucking shaggy though, this is your sandwich.
Right, you're only
And
getting
all
cheese.
cheese and all meat. Each bite's gonna be one or the other, unless you do like that.
But
you
even
imagine?
then, the rest of it is all cheese.
Can you
and
imagine?
all
Unless
ham.
he keeps eating in the middle and then condensing
Oh, yeah.
inward and then eating
But
in the
like,
middle.
imagine the bite
It's like
you
an
take.
accordion.
You like corn cob style. Like, you
Yeah,
just whip right through the sandwich. You
got a big
and
skewer.
And so yeah, I mean maybe
know how-
it's just a cool little like okay, so I could take a ham bite if I'm feeling more ham, cheese bite if I'm feeling more cheese, and I could do a combo in the middle or like a 1-2 very quickly.
Hit him with the
type
1-2.
thing.
Now you know, like when you take a bite out
Disgusting.
of like a lot of cheese, like it like gets stuck together.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
stick to your teeth.
Stick to the
Imagine
top.
the bite with just cheese,
cheese.
built up. Like,
Oh.
I've done it.
yeah.
Yes. Wait.
Oh.
I think I might have told you guys this a while ago. One time I went to the beach with my family.
You didn't shit in
With-
a hole.
No, I didn't shit in the
I
hole,
know, that was
Dennis.
Dennis, right?
Yeah. So
We had to
I
revisit
went
that,
with my
though.
aunt. Yeah, I went with my aunt and uncle and my sister, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get deli sandwiches before we go. Like, what do you want, Nick?" And I just like didn't like any cold cuts or like anything else at that time.
Not
No lettuce, no
surprised.
tomatoes,
Yeah,
no
that's-
onions. I was young. I was probably like 12 or something. I used to be way pickier than I am now. And I used to not eat oranges. I used to not eat
potatoes.
raviolis.
What?
Ravioli is.
Dude, I was like,
God.
all I would like is hot
You're
dogs and mac
Italian.
and cheese. I wasn't Italian when I was
Hot
a
dogs
kid.
in the mac and
Dude,
cheese.
I could see you
you
look
go.
like you were built on hot dogs.
Dogs and mac and cheese. Just like at once. Here's your hot dog mac and cheese.
Like not like your body, but like your persona.
Fortunately, I don't mind being fat, so
You're
it's
not
fine.
fat.
You're not fat. This fucker.
Dude,
Oh,
I
man.
feel like when
What are you, fishing
I feel
for
like,
compliments?
I feel like say it. Say
Tell
I-
me I'm skinny.
Nobody can tell me I'm skinny. I'm
I
a
could.
thick bit. Don't you lie. I don't like when you lie to me.
We literally
But
staggered it this way, so
Yeah.
that Joey was in the
Sorry.
middle, being the thinnest.
I didn't do it for that reason.
Oh, we
These
did.
two.
Oh,
we
you
did.
guys?
I specifically was like maybe Joey next to me so I can breathe.
We put the two thickest boys
Yeah.
on the end.
Oh well, when we have all of us plus Dennis, it's just
Oh my
like,
god, dude!
Well,
you don't
Dennis
fit
just-
back here. Like we don't fit back here with Dennis.
Dennis's
sometimes.
arms don't fit on his body.
Yeah, because his shoulders, he just sits like this at all times, and it's just we're stuck.
Dude, I have a couple of pictures of Dennis, and
Nice.
if you remember while you're editing this, I
Yes.
want you to put the picture up right now.
Okay.
It's a picture of Dennis. We were filming an old like Scrap season 5 promo or season 6 promo, and he's literally just standing there like his arms just look like they're not supposed to be on his body.
It's not as bad as his.
Because-
Is it as bad as?
It's literally
his,
that picture.
Yeah, isn't it
the one in
of
the
his-
baseball card?
And his
right?
baseball card.
No, it's a different one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
one's on his base? Oh,
It's like him in a
like
roll.
It's like
Yeah,
a
those
Hogwarts,
cheese
but
rolls in.
hold on, because anyways, this
Your
cheese
store- yes.
sandwich,
Yes,
right?
go to the
so,
cheese.
so I'm like, well, the only like deli thing I like is American cheese. I was like, can you just get me a cheese sandwich? And they were like, just cheese? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I get that all the time. Like, my mom throws 2 slices of American cheese on bread and I eat it for lunch. And they're like, okay. I didn't tell them that part. So I get to the beach and they hand me this like tube, like 12-incher in a wrap.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is this? I've never had this before. They're like, it's a sandwich. And I open it up. It's like literally like the long bread. And I swear to fucking Christ, the most American cheese I've ever seen in one place. I was like, whoever made this for you at the deli is a fucking dickhead. Because who would ever be like, oh, just cheese? Exactly. Just all right.
Cheese
let,
go burn.
let me get the
Right,
block,
Jesus
dude. I
Christ.
swear to God. And I ate like half of it before I was like, wow, that is disgusting.
You started
I
eating
need
cold
to-
cuts after
I
that?
need to know. I need to know. At 12, how bad was your lactose intolerance?
It was fine. I was so
Okay,
good.
okay.
I literally, there was one week where I was like, hey, I'm eating a lot of cheese and I'm shitting my brains out. I'm going to quit eating cheese for a week. And I did. And then I was fine.
Isn't that like semi-recent? Like not like super recent, but like
Oh, well,
5
becoming
years?
lactose intolerant? My summer between junior and senior year of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
It
about
was
when mine
it was
kicked
actually a
in, too.
very faded event that happened. Luckily, it was a few months after I went to Italy, so I got to have all the gelato I wanted there. But
Italiano
yeah,
pizza.
hey, bada bing. So there was one day where me and my friends used to go to the frozen yogurt shop every Friday.
Okay.
It was Sunday Fridays because the place was called Sundays.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you wouldn't go up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll ignore the
We-
obvious pun you could have made.
Because it was right down the road from the high
they
school.
were
Yeah, man.
drama
It had been
kids.
Sunday, Saturdays. We had
Oh
alliteration.
man.
Yeah. So no, what's it called?
damn it.
So we would go there, and I would always. I mean, I like ice cream. I like tasty sugar things. So I'd just be like, fill me up, and
Little
just
green cup.
no, I don't know. Whichever cup
Yeah.
was like the most, like I
The
could get
biggest
the
one.
most.
Fair enough.
Oh, but side note, they had graham cracker and pumpkin flavored frozen yogurt, and they had a swirl of it that made pumpkin pie. Dude, just graham cracker alone was
Graham
one of the
cracker-
best tasting
so
ice creams
fucking
I've ever
good.
had in my life.
I love. pumpkin
Anyways,
pie.
so I had a big one of those Sundays, and then I stayed over my friend's house that night, and
Oh,
his
no.
stepdad made these famous. They were called Charlie Sundays. Just a delicious mint chocolate chip, hot fudge, peanut butter sauce, whipped cream.
Tyler's
Cut
good.
this
Eh.
one short. For
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Hard
We
cut to me with mint ice
order ice cream and wait for it
Yeah.
to
Dude, I
come to
love
us.
So,
mint ice
and
cream.
I just had
Yeah.
like a huge Sunday that night, and the next morning,
no.
you know, I have work at probably 8 a.m. or something. I show up, I'm, you know, cutting my vegetables, whatever I used to do at that time, and then I'm like, wow, my tummy hurts. I'm gonna go shit, and I was like, wow, that was really painful. Let me get back to my job. And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh my God, I have to shit again. That's strange.
Uh-oh.
And it was that for 2 hours.
Oh,
And I literally,
I hate that.
I was at a point where I was working, but I like literally was so in pain that I could not stand. So I went to my boss. I was
know
like,
that
hey,
feeling.
my stomach hurts. I can't get out of the bathroom. I'm going to leave. And he was like, okay, thanks for letting me know.
What
So
was
I
the
just-
job?
I left and took a nap. I used to work at a little grocery store and I was in the
Oh.
produce department.
Oh.
I never actually cut the vegetables.
How was it?
I had to wrap them.
That's
Fucking
what I was
awful.
you
That's
said
what I
cut
said,
vegetables,
cut, I was like,
and I
you
didn't
in a
know
deli?
what your job
Working,
was.
working, working at that place was fucking awful because the bosses were total douchebags and they'd only give you a raise if you looked good in what are the leggings? That was a
I
choice.
remember
Yeah.
there was that one girl that worked there that everyone was obsessed with. I forget her name. Not
Nice.
important.
They
but-
would always hire
Don't
hot
out her.
girls.
Yeah.
So
Don't out her. She's allowed.
Oh, what? What if I said like Emily? You'd be like, I can
No.
find her. Tick, tick,
They
tick,
had
tick, tick.
they had good sandwiches.
They have great.
Yeah.
I will still shop there sometimes, but
Yeah.
the bosses treated me so bad. I worked there for 2 fucking years and they never gave me a raise. And people who got hired after me had gotten raises. I did 3. I did 4 jobs in that place. I did the register, I did the floor, I did produce, I did bakery. I was on call for any of those shifts at any time. I got minimum wage the whole 2 years I worked there. One day, the day I quit, I thought I was supposed to be in at 4, but I was supposed to be in at 3 actually, and I messed it up, whatever. I think I took a picture of the last schedule, and I went in. My boss was a little like elf, like really like angry, just like me.
Yeah.
Me, just like,
Oh, speaking of him,
I have something
let me get
I'm sorry.
generally just a mean short man, right? So I pull up to work today. For one, I'm a nervous kid who's scared of authority.
How old were you, like
always
16?
have been. I was at that point. I was 18.
18,
I worked
okay.
there for 3 years. 16 to 18.
Yes.
So I pull up. I'm like, "Hey, Rich, I'm really sorry." Yeah, outed him. Fuck him. I don't know his last name. So I can't.
Oh, Rich.
But-
Rich, I hope you're not. I hope you're watching this. Fuck you, guy.
Rich more like dick, man.
I hope you're
Dude,
dead.
you're sick.
Anyways.
Oh my god! I'm gonna bleep that one.
No, don't bleep it. Fuck
No,
him.
no,
Leave
no.
it in.
We
I
did
said
not-
I
we just
hope.
dropped
I
the
said I'm
last
not
name.
gonna.
I said I hope
No,
you're
I
dead.
didn't. I said I hope
Well, he's
you're
not
dead.
watching.
Whatever. Continue.
I'm going to.
So, Rich,
So I pull up and I'm just like,
watching.
I'm just like,
Yeah, we
hey,
don't watch
like,
you here.
hey, Rich, I'm really sorry. Like, I just messed up the schedule, whatever. And he literally just like laughed in my face and kept walking. And I was just like,
What?
Okay. So that day I worked my shift and then I was like, hey, Rich, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. And he was like, okay. I worked 2 more days and then he didn't put me on the next week. So I was like,
Fair
I'm
enough.
fucking out.
They always do that when you
They
play
do.
for 2 weeks. You don't get scheduled.
So
We did that at AMC.
So Bagel Boss.
Oh, yeah, please.
So it's like a bagel place,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. So I was at work.
You all
and-
know the famous video of the guy freaking
Yeah,
out in a bagel
yeah.
boss and getting fucking decked.
Yeah. So I got a something at work. I work at a car dealership. Someone inquired about a car from that phone number was given for the thing. So I called them. They're like Bagel Boss, and I was like, okay. I have this person's name or whatever. They were assholes to me, not important. I get off the phone. I was like, these people from Bagel Boss are real dickheads to me right now. And one of my coworkers, who's like really weird with talking about uncomfortable things all the time, very oversharing, was like, oh, you know the Bagel Boss guy, like from the video? Yeah, I went on a date with him once. And I was like,
Where did they go? Did they tell you where they went?
No, why? Did you?
Because when I was working at AMC,
No, this combo can't be happening.
Oh, no.
because I worked at AMC, and it was one of my last shifts there. I had just put in my I gave them 2 months because like I was a supervisor, so I needed to give them time to try and replace me. It was one of my last like within my last month of working there. Comes in. I had no idea who this guy was. Comes in, hoodie up, sunglasses on. Takes his sunglasses off at the register to get candy. One of the last movie. Fucking Bagel Boss guy. He's like this big.
Oh no.
He's like this fucking dude. And he's with like
You're
this
saying
tall
this
woman.
big, but you're forgetting.
I know, I
he's
forgot.
sitting,
Yeah, we're
so
sitting.
it's like he's
Either way,
looking
he
at
was like
He's still
5'4".
pretty short.
He was like
Yeah.
5'4".
little baby man.
Yeah.
And he's with this like tall woman. I don't know.
It's not short.
Oh, I don't know what she
Anyone
looks
looks
like.
tall next to the bagel.
You know what?
boss.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Headcanon, it happened.
Do we want to just like clarify
Wow.
hair color? I feel like that's the easiest way to do it.
She was like blonde, like dirty blonde.
Oh my
She
god.
had like tattoos.
That's the
and
only-
stuff.
I don't remember her face, but I remember tattoos and she was blonde.
How did that even just come together? That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Long Island's like not
Well,
that small.
That's like with Dennis.
Yeah.
So
wait.
Or me and Rachel, which I told last week.
Yeah. So I met Dennis. I used to work at a pet store, and his best friend or one of his friends, their fiance, was my manager at the pet store. And they were one day talking about their friend Dennis, who was going to come pick up some dog flea collar from the store. So I was like, okay, whatever. He comes in. I was like, oh, that guy's big.
Dennis was massive.
Oh, that guy's ripped his foot.
If
got-
you don't think Dennis is big
shoulders.
now, you should see him then.
He's got shoulders. Like, that guy's huge. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. That's Dennis. And she would always kind of talk shit about Dennis. And I was like, wow, this guy sounds kind of awful. So fast forward a few months, and I'm...
She was right.
Fuck him.
I'm at Nick's house. We're drafting. This is the first time I met Tyler, too, actually. We're drafting...
What a legendary day.
Yeah,
It's a
right?
big day.
Drafting some Magic set.
I remember the set.
Ikoria.
No.
No, it was
One more
M21.
21.
Yes, M21. So we're playing, and I'm playing Dennis, or I'm like sitting across from him at least, and we start talking, and I talk about how I used to work at a pet, or how I work at a pet store. And he's
Not
like,
remembering that it's him.
I have no idea who this man
Right.
is. And he's like, oh, which one? And I was like, oh, this store that I work at. And he's like, no shit. My best friend's fiance is the manager there. and put 2 to 2 together. I was like, holy shit, I met Dennis, and then here we are a year or so later, and things are awesome.
Funny.
Yeah, it was
a small world in the baseball club. Like, I mean,
Dude, it really is.
It's well documented that I'm tight with Nolan's uncle.
Yeah, we talked about that.
That is
plenty
so
of times.
true.
Nolan, I need an uncle check in the comments when you see this.
Yeah,
how's your
yes.
uncle?
I actually totally forgot. That's so, like, if we made, like, a baseball, like, family tree, it'd just be, like, really just, like...
Dude, there'd be so many twists and
Joey
turns.
met
like
Dennis
a dream catcher.
Yeah. Dude, Bagel Boss guys on that
Bagel
list now.
Boss
Bagel
guys.
The common link between Mike and Joey's the bagel boss.
Yeah. It's like
Not
fucking-
Rachel though. Not me meeting Rachel at a
Listen,
concert.
Rachel's
Yeah.
cool. The bagel boss, very funny.
means so much more to me.
God.
Nah, I'm
I'm
kidding.
thinking of...
my fucking
Wait,
god.
because I've known a few of you guys in the club for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you and Jason. I mean, I don't know how long we've actually known each other, but our parents were, like, friends.
We
so-
met one time when we were like 3/4 years old. There's a picture of us, I think.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
I think we're
I've
playing video
seen
games.
it. Yeah, tracks.
Nothing's
had
changed.
Yeah.
We had that fun moment at New Paul's when we realized how much we know, like how close we knew each other. Stop the presses. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right, PewDiePie.
All
relax.
Oh,
Oh, I can put him in the title now.
I've never watched a single.
Oh, no.
I can put him in the title. Clickbait.
Yo, let's go.
But yeah, me and Nick were at New Paul's, and I didn't know like really anyone that played Magic outside of my roommate Ben.
Yeah.
And this girl on my improv team, Emma, was like, "I know a small Magic crowd." That's my Emma impression.
Yeah. I taught Emma how to play Magic, by the way.
Yeah,
So
very cool.
that was the link.
So Emma was like, "Oh yeah, I know these guys who draft." So she brought me, and I met like Nick and Andrew and the gang.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
Without Joey.
it was a life-changing
That's right, I
day,
wasn't there.
technically speaking.
Yeah.
And it was we like slowly went off on like, "Oh, have you ever been to a Grand Prix?" "Oh yeah, I went to GP Jersey." "Oh, sick, me too." And then I was like, "Yeah, I know this one vendor. He's like my hookup guy." And I name dropped him, and Nick was like, "I know that guy." And then we were like, "What's your local game store? Do you know this guy Alex?"
Yeah.
Alex, famous on the channel for being
From
the
the
guy
vlog.
in car.
From the vlog. That's so true.
Guy in
Yeah,
car.
and then we tied it together. I was like, "Wait, your local game store's Grim?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I've probably seen you before."
Probably
then."
played a game
He's
with
like,
you.
I'm almost positive. Like thinking back, I feel like I can see
Yeah.
you at Grim. Like,
yeah. Wait, can you make a Grim face?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Did we hook up
Stunning.
once?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
You got the tight
I
bubble.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
not anymore. Not after you.
Yeah. That was the last day he went by that.
The legendary day. But no, I brought that up because
Just slip it in there.
the day that changed my life. But no, I was gonna say because I've definitely told the story somewhere before, but I was not friends with Jason, our good friend Jason from the baseball channel.
Love that guy.
I
Love
was
that
not
guy.
Tyler
friends
from
My
my
with
understudy.
Tyler's
Yeah.
replacement.
I was not friends with him when we
Understood is
first
a better
met until like 3 years after, I think, or 2. Because when we first met, I liked this girl who I had liked for, at that point, only 2 years. It went on to be like 7 years, so oops. But
Let's give her a pseudonym to go by. Let's call her Snuffleupagus.
I'm just gonna call her like
Snuffleupagus.
Brandy.
Brandy.
That's definitely not her name,
Brandy.
so
You're a fine girl.
so
Call her Brandon.
so Brendan. No.
From the baseball
from the
channel.
baseball
No,
channel.
I really liked
The
Brandy.
infamous one game.
Yeah, I really liked Brandy. We would sit together at lunch. We would write fan fiction about My Sims together. I really liked her.
It's like glossing over that.
What is there? Where's there to say? I was a kid.
All right, hold on. We need to pause.
Yeah.
What is the nastiest thing your Sims did? One of these fanfics?
Hold hands.
If you couldn't tell, this is why Tyler and I are best friends because our reaction was immediately glasses off, head in face. Like,
Oh, man.
I don't
God.
really know what the problem is.
Like,
It was
yeah.
very fun and
I need a
innocent.
big sip.
Okay, so it was innocent
Hey,
fanfic.
say that for your
Yeah,
video.
a
can
very
say it
innocent
wherever I
fan.
drink.
I was in 6th grade. I didn't even know what like sperm was, bro.
Okay.
How did you write a fan fiction?
You can
Apparently
dude,
a
fan
fan-
fiction can be clean. It doesn't have to be fucking dirty.
Not
No,
accurate.
Not
I don't
accurate
think
at all.
so.
Then it's just a story.
Yeah, true.
I mean, like,
then you're just a loser.
It's fiction about something you're a fan of. That's what fan fiction is.
I don't know, man.
Not safe for work fan fiction is totally different.
But when do they have sex?
In my stories, they don't.
Me and my friends had a classic every New Year's Eve. We had a competition that we get there at like 7 or 8, and whoever could have the best fan fiction by the new year would win. And I went to maybe 3 of those parties, and over the course of them experienced more than 20 fan fictions. Not one of them didn't feature someone getting plowed.
Well, that wasn't the point of our fan fiction. I was writing my Sims fan fiction so this girl would like me.
Yeah.
So
Did it work?
No.
Obviously not.
That's a totally different story. Because I wrote a fan fiction once, and at the end of it, I wrote like, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" And her mom, Brandy's mom, was working at the book fair in school that day, 6th grade. So she's like, "I'm gonna go ask my mom," and I was just like,
"Fuck."
What are you ask my mom?
She's gonna see
like,
my
okay.
sex fan fiction.
Yeah, I mean, her mom's a very sweet lady. I like her a lot now
Did
that
she
I
give
know
permission
her.
to?
No, she
to
was
be
like, "You're
girlfriend?
too young,"
Okay.
and I was just like, "All right,
Mom
bet."
blocked.
Yeah,
Mom blocked.
for sure.
Anyway, Jason.
Yeah,
So
anyway,
fast forward.
So fast forward a couple months in, like, you know, me and Brandy are friends, but then Brandy starts hanging out with this other dude.
This rat looking.
This
motherfucker.
rat, this
Plays a rat
this-
deck in Magic.
this chubby child
You always got a
with,
chubby.
with short brown scraggly hair and shit face freckles.
I can
Wait,
see him now.
Wait, Jason doesn't have freckles
Just
now.
go back.
Yes, he does.
Does he?
does.
I've
grew
never
out
seen
of
them.
him.
Jason used to have like buzz cut hair. He was like this short, chubby kid. It was so funny.
He used to be called Jingle Boy. Because he used to have a bunch of keychains on his backpack, so whenever he'd move, he'd be like jingle, jingle, jingle,
I've
jingle.
never-
What a
Yeah.
good, like, I mean,
That's a
on the
great
grand
name.
scheme of things, to be called
Great
behind your
name.
back is Jingle Boys.
It was
kinda
to his
fun. Yeah.
face.
That is pretty good.
Oh,
Anyways,
to his face.
so-
No,
so-
that's a pretty
I've got a
fucking
Jason.
fire.
So Brandy
story.
starts hanging out with this guy, and I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy? She's like, oh, that's Jason. He has the same last name as you. And I was like,
We'll fight to the death.
okay,
Fight for your
well,
honor. Of the Keller last
I
name.
found out that she
It's
liked him,
ongoing.
and I was just like, that guy stole my girl who was not interested in me at all.
Punches drywall.
I fucking fuck.
White boy punches
Yeah,
drywall.
no, I have. But I fucking,
There's a hole
I was like,
behind my
I fucking
couch.
hate this guy. But then 2 years later, we were in the same friend group, and now we live together. So it's obviously going a lot better.
They still feud over the last
I
name.
still,
They do.
I still,
They definitely have to though.
I
I proposed them an amazing idea not even 3 weeks ago.
I do like this
That
idea.
the next time they do like a big bet, I'm talking like the one that got Andrew's head shaved, like a big bet.
Nick's hair dyed.
It's simple. That the loser has to change their last name to the winners.
Does the winner pay for the name change?
Or
Or do
depends on how
they
much it
go
costs.
halvesies?
They can both. They can make it a pot. I think it's by the end of the day,
A pot, yeah.
being the winner is more important than the
Jason?
$25 you probably have to throw
Yeah.
at it. Because I think it's $50 to get your name changed.
That's
at
it? Oh, that's
court.
free as
Well,
fuck.
the Wii balance board. Whoever ends with it.
Oh, so there's another thing. I feel like I've been doing a
This
lot of
is-
talking
oh my God.
today, but I got a lot of
You got
stories.
stories.
Today. So when we
You know
first,
Jason.
If you'd like,
I
I
like
can-
Jason
I can
stories.
tell the Wii balance board story from an outside perspective.
Why
if you'd
don't
like.
you know what? Go ahead.
Okay.
I want to hear. I'll add in when I need to.
So we move into our home.
Six of us.
This home, the 6 of us that live here, not these 2, but
Yeah, we have our own.
You'd be
If you were
you'd be
balance board.
shocked if we didn't though. So
Yeah,
Our landlord thinks Tyler does live here.
Tyler,
That's true.
he's not met the rest of them.
yeah,
Only
that's
Tyler.
true. I've never
Not
met our
even-
landlord.
So funny.
So Nick has a Wii balance board from Wii Fit or
Of
whatever.
course.
Yeah,
And
Tracks
Nick
for
and
Nick.
Jason, Nick and Jason are the 2 who live on the first floor. Everyone else lives upstairs. So one day, Nick hides the balance board in Jason's room. Whatever, it's like this cute little thing. Jason finds it. Was it in his pillow or something like that?
That was one of the
Yeah.
earliest spots.
So it was
That's a
very basic.
great
So they
spot.
have a quick exchange of hiding the board and finding it and
It's
whatever.
like putting a little thing somewhere, like couples do it in their.
Exactly. Yeah, they're pretty much a
Yeah,
couple.
they are a
So
couple.
So one time, Nick doesn't find the balance board.
Oh no.
And it was like, okay, it's been a couple days. And then it was like, all right, a couple weeks. And then it was kind of forgotten. And like a few months go by. And Nick is.
You know
Nick's-
what's really funny? I think this story is if this story is going where I think it is. I think Jason pulled. Let me give me a second.
Let's-
I just gotta see.
You want to hear? So Nick is changing his sheets for the first time in months.
Are you fucking kidding?
First of all, outside perspective, you relax. I change my sheets like once every 3 weeks.
No, I'm not
probably.
talking about the sheets.
I'm kidding.
I'm talking about you sleeping on the
No.
balance board and
No.
not knowing.
I had changed it more than once before I had
Yeah.
found it.
But Nick is really doing up his bed this time.
Yeah.
And he moves his mattress.
Oh, okay,
And
never mind.
between
I
the
thought it
box spring and the mattress is the Wii balance board.
How long had it been there?
2 months.
The day
I
he
slept
did
on-
that, Jason said, "Yo, Tyler, come check this out." I knew it was there.
Oh my god, dude!
Yes.
I slept on that for 2 months. I had sex on top of that balance
Yeah.
board.
So
It was the total opposite of Princess and the Pea.
Do you think you slept better with the balance
It was
board?
Crit Nick and the balance board, and I didn't feel
my
it.
I'll start
worry,
writing it right now.
my worry was that it was under the sheet. Like
No.
I don't care how often
I
you
think
change
I
your
would have
sheet. That doesn't
fucking
bother me.
noticed
It's on
that.
top
That doesn't
of the
bother me.
sheet.
But like, so no. So I thought he had gone
Can't
like
find it for
sheet
months.
in like the corner of your bed,
Yeah.
like because I don't sleep in one corner of my bed. Like I sleep
gotcha.
on the other. Like if Lee didn't sleep over my house often, I would never touch
Dude,
that
the
side
thing
of my
is,
bed.
Nick moves his furniture around
All the
like
time.
he's fucking manic.
Yep.
Like all the time.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
I
I come
love
here-
Your
the
bed's in like its
furniture.
fourth position.
I come here
Yeah,
2 to
right.
3 times a week, and I feel like I look in Nick's room and
Yeah.
there's something different
No.
every time.
So-
and there's not, but it
He's
feels
moved,
like it.
no, he just moved all his amiibos.
Yes, he
I
did.
bet.
I did.
There you go.
I feel the need for constant change
Yeah.
in there.
That's
so
fair. So I mean, the balance
Keeps you
board exchange
invigorated.
went on for a little bit. There were some good spots.
Is it
Jason-
going on right now?
yeah, it's in his room.
It's in
currently.
Jason's room
I found a
currently.
very strong spot.
Maybe not at the time that
This comes
this is,
out.
but at the current moment. And
How long has it been in Jason's room? Its current location.
Probably like 5 or 6 days.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
my
say.
favorite spot was when Nick has like a cabinet in his room and it's full of like boxes and stuff from like game consoles and things like that. Jason took everything out, put the balance board in, and then reconstructed all the boxes around it.
That is
Yeah.
That
So
one
good.
was annoying. to
It
get
took.
out.
I was sitting there with him. It took us like 25 minutes to figure out how to get all the boxes.
Do you help
to
both
fit.
of them hide it?
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I don't
That's fun.
help
Neutral grounds.
Nick often, but Nick usually does it. I feel like when Jason's at work, which
Which
is
is
very
also when
early
you're
in the
at work,
morning,
yeah.
or like
Oh, do you
No,
just do it when you come home?
I'll do it when Jason's sitting on the couch sometimes. It
Well,
really depends on how
Wait, how
stealthy
many?
I'm feeling.
So for those who don't know, Jason has the smallest room
Yeah.
in the house. It is the size of this like studio.
Yeah, I feel like,
It's a little bigger.
Jason's at an advantage because of how much bigger
Right.
Nick's
So
room is.
Yeah.
so how does Jason? How many times have you run out of spots?
No.
Do you have upcoming spots for when he inevitably finds it?
No, it's always improv.
Oh, it's in the moment.
and also,
Yeah.
I have to find it again
I
after
got you.
he
True.
finds it.
and I feel
so-
like either way, both of you, like you'll check to see if it's still where it was.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if it's like moved, sometimes you don't really look too hard right away. You know,
Yeah.
like sometimes they'll kind of let it marinate in the spot.
I understand.
This is a
Yeah.
coincidental story because literally just before we started recording this, I went in the Nick's room and said, "I'm gonna hide something." And he said, "I don't do that." And I did. So
What
I'm
did you
finding-
hide?
I had his wallet.
Something he needs. Something he needs in
Nah,
5 hours
I
to
know.
go to
You gonna
work.
buy something?
No, it's just nice to have.
Oh, yeah,
my
you don't
wallet
drive to
on
work.
me.
Who cares?
I like.
You don't drive.
I have a
Nobody
bike
cares.
license. No. I would like to have my wallet back. I'm sure I'll find
Get
it.
searching.
But,
You have to leave.
I didn't hide it very.
Send Jason down.
I was in his room for 30 seconds. It's not very well hidden.
Real quick before we move off the topic of Jason, one time on the bus home from extra time at school, like X time.
Yeah,
we called
yeah,
it.
yeah,
whatever
what
it
they
takes.
call
It
in
wasn't.
high
No,
school.
it was just like it was like an extra period for school where you could like go to teachers for like help and stuff.
Interesting.
It was.
What, I don't
We called it X time. It was after 8th period in high
That's
school.
we
cool.
call it
That's a,
extra
that's a
time.
cool thing. My
So-
school just had after.
Yeah, so it was like
Now we
if
have
you
that
like
too.
needed help learning something or like needed help with homework or whatever.
Yeah.
So me and Jason, they had buses. They had 3 buses that would go to different parts of the district, and they do like a long route to drop people off. And me and Jason are relatively close to each other, at least when we were in high school. Like we lived sort of close, so we were on the same bus. And Jason has this little Piplup figure. It's like solid, and he's hitting me with it. He's like pecking me with it. I'm like, Jason, you're a son of a bitch. Like stop it. And I take it from him, and then he takes out his key, and he goes to swipe at me with it, and I moved, and he like slashed my neck from like here to here with this key, and I had like a scratch all down my neck. And my mom was like, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "Oh, you see, Jason had this Piplup."
First, you have to describe what a Piplup is. Your mom's not gonna know.
All right, well, Mom, if you learn Pokemon, all right, 4 generations.
4 generations and the worst starter.
That reminds me.
I'll
of,
start that. I will start this.
No, I hate this
Oh,
one.
God.
That's my least favorite.
Relax. So this kid in
Not
high school, you just
Poplio.
reminded me of getting cut from an accident in high school. This kid, Pappy, as you know him as,
yes.
fucking just. I like Pappy,
He's alright,
but he
yeah.
just doesn't think
cool.
sometimes. So
Yeah.
we're in like math class or something, and I'm facing like this, you know, and he's pranking me. He keeps putting the eraser side
I'm
of his
doing
pencil up, and he goes, and then I
then
turn
you
my
turn
face
into
and
the pencil.
boop, like, oh, an eraser on my face.
Idiot.
Got me. And then one
Back to
time
math.
he changes it up and uses the point side, and he does it, and I'm just like fed up. I'm like, what? And just I literally felt just.
Oh, dude, imagine like
was-
through the cheek.
Oh, what? Yeah, I was
Writing
just
like
like
this.
I was just like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I just had this nice like graphite and blood
Oh, man.
just.
I have
Looks
a
pretty
fun.
cool.
Has anybody ever had like something go through their face?
No.
Oh, no, but I've got a fun
I had my
pencil
tooth.
injury.
I had one of my
Serious?
teeth go.
Joey, you get to be the honor here. See that black spot in my hand right there?
Graphite.
That's graphite.
Cool.
This is a wild
Yeah.
tale. That's a joke. It's not very wild.
Some kid just
I
stabbed you.
was
You ruined it.
me and my friend were sitting next to each other, and he was like, we both had pencils. We were like, yeah.
As
And he
kids
was
do.
like,
How old?
And he was 12,
Okay.
13.
Wow.
And he was like, I'm gonna stab you. And I was like, do it, you won't. And he was like, you're scared, I know. That's why I'm not gonna do it. You're scared. And I was like, am I? And I took my own pencil
Oh my
and
God.
did that. With my hand.
Yo, that is. How bad did it hurt?
Not terribly. I did
Okay.
go to the nurse. I was bleeding a lot,
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
just like,
How did you
ow.
like?
All right.
How did you?
I meant to stop.
I feel like it's okay. I was gonna say I feel like it's hard to.
I meant to
purposely hurt yourself.
scare
Stop
him.
right there.
And then I guess I even just did it just now. I moved my hand up a little,
Yeah.
so my brain was like, if I stop right
Oh, you
here,
got it.
I
But
won't hit
you
the pencil.
connect-
But I did that, and I was just like,
Dude, you got like a combination
So-
of forces too.
Yeah,
That's
man.
even worse.
So-
Haha, prank.
and now the graphite lives in my hand.
I had a splinter that was like 2 inches long in my foot.
Yeah, same.
like, a
Oh.
couple of weeks ago.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I had
decent.
I was in my room and we have like wooden floors and they're kind of old but not like super old.
Yeah.
And I slid across my floor. I was wearing socks.
nice over the curtain.
I didn't
Pretty
think
good.
I was gonna clear it.
I was wearing socks and I slid across my floor and there must have been a piece of wood like this.
Oh.
It was like, and I was like, what
I gotta go to the
was that?
hospital.
I pulled it out.
I had to go.
It was like stuck in there. I pulled it out with tweezers. It was just like,
I got one down here, a splinter down here, but it was
I
not
believe
that
it.
big. It was like
Yeah.
this big. I was playing baseball on camera, and I was just sliding.
yeah.
I was sliding my feet around on the ground, and I just felt. I was like, "What the fuck?"
You go. I remember.
yeah.
It was like a couple
Ow.
weeks ago. Yeah, it was not good. I didn't like it very much.
So for those who know my dog, Tyler.
Your dog?
My dog,
Nancy.
Nancy.
She's on-
Nancy, I love that.
She's on screen
She's
right
on
now.
screen right now.
Ooh, that was
Uh,
bold of you.
Yeah, I can put a picture
You're
of
just
her.
fucking doxing your dog.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
I'm gonna find your dog.
she is one of the most anxious messes, and by anxious I mean she'll get like scared
Oh.
and charge at you.
Oh no.
She doesn't do it anymore.
Oh, she's a battle
were,
dog.
She's as you can see at home.
As you
she's
can see here.
She's
tiny-
been on the screen this long.
No. As you
She
can see
flashes
from
up again.
Yeah. She is a pit, not pit bull. Oh my god, a bulldog.
Ah,
So she's got that
Nancy,
squat
I love
face.
this.
And so I was petting her one day, and I think we were watching soccer. Me and my family.
Yeah.
She doesn't like yelling.
Doesn't like soccer.
So me and my dad at the same time, something happens in the game while I'm petting the dog, and we just like let out a yell like you do when you watch sports.
Yeah.
And the dog, face first into my mouth, opens her mouth just to bark at me,
Kiss.
and
He swallows my head.
closes her mouth before she gets to my face, smashes
Ooh.
my tooth right through my,
Ow.
just from both of our forces.
Smash
Catches
your, smash
your
your
lip?
tooth through your lip.
Uh-huh. That's his teeth.
Your canine?
You're like,
yeah.
Ironic.
Yeah, right. Ironic. that
That's what I
canine
call it,
through-
the canine,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for that injury.
Wasn't it called? It actually wasn't called the canine tooth until
mine
went
got
to
yeah.
the hospital.
You're reminding me. Oh,
She
sorry.
also caught my thumb in it and
Yeah.
ripped my thumb open.
Was she okay?
Yeah, she was
That's all
okay.
that matters.
That's all that matters. I agree. It was my fault. Like I screamed in
Oh
her
my
face, just like not at her.
Hey Nancy.
She doesn't do. She doesn't do it anymore. She's actually
That's
gotten
good.
a lot better. Like
Yeah.
after that, me and my mom were like,
Good.
okay, we got to train her.
Shout out to Nancy.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Nancy. I love that girl.
I
So
love
you just
dogs.
reminded me of two blunt forces moving at each other at the same
Yeah.
time. You reminded me. That just happened like an hour ago. I was upstairs and our
Yeah.
friend Jason, the aforementioned Jason,
Jason.
Tyler's
It's
understudy.
like-
Tyler's understudy Jason was literally just sitting on the couch and he's wearing basketball shorts, so his junk's all loose and stuff. And I'm just like, ooh, I want to suck that dick. So he's got his legs all spread.
Oh,
so I
I'm
go,
sure
I
it is.
perch on the couch, and I'm
You
just
weren't
like,
home for this.
I'm
Like a
just like,
gargoyle.
I'm gonna suck your dick, Jason. I'm gonna suck your dick. And he's like, don't suck my dick. And he like puts one of his feet out towards me, but like not really towards me. And so I go to do like a little leaping motion towards him. It was just like a prank leap. Like I wasn't actually gonna put my mouth on his penis.
A pounce.
A little prank pounce. But he is apparently not very good at pranks, as we saw from the slash across your face. He just goes with his foot like
Practical jokester,
he
Jason.
he literally with his foot just goes. So he just fucking literally like with the jump forward, he clocked me right
Oh,
here in the
oh.
head with his heel. I just felt it. I felt dunk. I was like, "Hey man, thanks for that. I appreciate
That
it."
was a
He's
good.
got a little
Was that
bump-
good for you
Nick's
too?
got a little
right?
bumpy on his
Was
head
it as
now.
good
do
for
have a
you as it
little
was for me?
Just a little one.
Because it was pretty shit for me.
While we're talking about blunt force,
Oh, boy.
anyone
goodness.
here have an arch nemesis?
Yes.
'Cause I
No.
do. I'll go first. Mine's a goat.
Oh, this wasn't what I was expecting.
His name is Ziggy, right?
Where's this goat live?
So one day while I was working at this pet store, my manager's friend, my manager was also my aunt, but
Your aunt's friend.
yeah, but it was more of like
a.
more of a work friend, so it felt like a
Gotcha.
manager situation. She was like, "Hey, can you watch my goat?" He's like, "I'm going to Disney for a while, and I need someone to watch my goat."
Oh, this is a long term, like not
was
just
like
a minute. This is
it
like
was-
a watch the dog for a weekend.
Me
A week?
and my cousin split up the time 3 days each. It was like
Alright.
6 days. So the goat liked her a lot, but whenever I would go, the goat hated me. He would try to ram into me. He'd do the thing where they stand up on two legs,
Yeah,
and, like fall
like-
over into you. And then one time, I
Used
go.
Hyper-B.
I go.
He was what?
So you
used
said
to-
Hyper-B.
Shut up.
he used headbutt. I'll tell you how much. I walk to go into. It's like a barn that's separated off, and I go to walk in, and he's standing in the barn next to a post. I'm like, okay, and he looks at me, and then he headbutts the post, and then he looks at me, and he headbutts.
He's got two
the
little
post.
horns. Does he have the two little
Yeah,
horns?
they're not little. They were like big horns.
Oh, he's got like actual horns. Oh
and
my
he
god.
kept like 6 or 7 times. He'd headbutt the post and then stare at me. And then I like went around to the back, and he peeks around the corner. I have videos of this. I'll show you guys. Like he was out to get me.
Can we get the video on camera?
Yeah,
Do we have the
I just sent it
ability
to me.
do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Please send it to me.
You'll see it at some point.
Dude, can we get the goat on as a
Yeah.
guest?
I think my favorite thing
We'll do a
was
clean
we started
cut
this.
to the
We started
thing
this
or something.
podcast as straight up little editing as possible. This episode,
Picture of dog.
patrons,
Goat.
goat, anything else.
You need to do something.
yeah, yeah. I can't just edit audio for
All right.
3 hours like I do.
Let's
Yeah.
hear about your arch nemesis.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're not. I guess for the sake of not doxing him as much as I'd
Yeah.
love to, as much as I'd love for
An
all you
alias.
people to be like, let's kill him. I'll just call my first name James. This guy I used to go to high school with. His name is James. We bonded on the first day of freshman gym class. I walked into my gym class, and it was like my gym. We had 3 gyms in my school.
Okay.
So
Big school.
no, small school. 3 gyms.
It was all
nonetheless.
gyms.
There was like a weightlifting room, and then there were 2 like traditional
Yeah.
basketball court gyms. And because of how many gyms we had, there were a lot of classes at the same time. So on the first day, you go in, there's like bleachers set up, and it's like 100 students. And it's like, oh geez, I don't even know who's gonna be in my
Yeah.
class. And I was like, okay, I don't see a single person I know here. So I gotta act fast, pick a friend, hope it works out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Big fat guy in top left. I'm like, my people. We'll hate this class together. So I go up to him. We get the chatting. Seems okay. And I'm like, all right, you've leveled up. You're gym friend now. A year goes by.
Oh,
James
his
the
name
gym
is
friend.
James. So
James
it's like
the gym
Jimmy.
friend.
Gym friend.
So he becomes my gym friend. A year goes by, and we're casual gym acquaintances.
Is that a downgrade or an upgrade?
Okay, it's like
Yeah.
fine.
It's fine.
It's a slight level up.
Next
Yeah, a little bit.
next year, we end up being in the same Spanish class.
Oh.
And also, one of my best friends in the world, Sarah, is also in the Spanish class.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, introduce them. And because of that introduction, and him now knowing both of us, he kind of ended up joining our friend group.
Right,
He
that's
now knows both,
yeah.
a natural movement.
I mean,
It's kind of what happened
exactly.
with me.
Yeah, Mike just walked in.
now I just
he's
walk
like-
in. Now I just walk in without Tyler.
Exactly.
Facts.
Sometimes he tells me that we're going to do something together, and then while I'm waiting patiently, he comes here instead.
Yeah,
he
you're
doesn't
like,
tell me. It happened once, but I'll never forget.
I thought.
remember that.
To be fair, I thought Tyler was also coming, and that we didn't mention it.
That
It
was
is
so
my
funny.
fault. At the end of the day, we've acknowledged
There's
this.
no way. Except the news.
Yeah, this is a grudge.
So,
This is
grave.
like one grudge Tyler holds against me the rest of our life.
So, something that I did not intend to happen is James develops a little crush on Sarah. And I'm like, whatever, I guess. Like,
you and Sarah are just like
me and
friends.
Sarah are like best
Yeah.
friends. Nothing ever, I never once looked at her that way.
Mhm.
But I was a little like, you're gonna step on my, like,
My friend, like,
if you're gonna roll up and start trying to date this girl, you better be like, the
not
best
top
person
notch,
ever.
yeah, best guy.
'Cause, like, you're
yeah.
only, I know you a little bit in Spanish
Yeah,
class
yeah.
now.
But you will only
But
ever
he
be
still-
her boyfriend if you do this.
He still seemed adequate.
Okay.
That whole year goes by. He's making like small flirty moves on Sarah, but nothing major.
What year is this? 10th grade?
This is now 10th grade.
Okay.
We now move into 11th grade.
Uh-oh.
This is a
This
long
is-
story. Holy
this is
shit.
this is an entire this is in the all this is a
Yeah.
high school long saga.
Yeah.
That will end when I graduate.
Oh my
Holy
god.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, this is like when he said nemesis and then started talking about a goat, I was like, I've got a nemesis.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this goat's out to get
Oh, is
me,
this the
but-
one kid you always talk about?
Yeah,
Like, this
yeah,
is the one,
mhm,
like,
this is the
Tyler
guy.
doesn't, so for those at home, Tyler doesn't hate people. Tyler,
Yeah.
like, he prides himself on having no enemies, like, this is the
One
one
enemy.
kid Tyler always talks to. Like, whenever everyone goes, do you hate anybody? This is the
I
one
always say
kid.
one person.
This
That's
is him.
awesome.
I've never heard this story, so I'm very glad.
Alright.
So 11th grade rolls around. We're the three of us in Spanish class again. Happen to roll the dice
Wow.
that way. He comes up to me. He's like, Tyler,
I'm
a
good to do it.
year's gone by. I'm making the move. And then, so now that I take a little bit of blame for this moment.
Oh boy.
I'm
tell her
like,
before?
yeah, man, go for it. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen?
Get
She
in
says,
there.
no, you just gotta be amicable. And he was like, I'm prepared for that. And I was like, awesome. So he hits her with a great, truly
Oh, no, it's not.
amazing
I'm waiting for it.
pickup line.
Oh,
remember it
let's
verbatim?
go.
Oh, for sure. Keep in mind, this guy is a little bigger than me.
Oh jeez.
Except he had a look. He had a look. He always wore
Like a
jeans
good
that were a
look?
little
Mhm.
jeans that were a little too big.
Okay.
Whatever t-shirt he felt like. Leather jacket,
Oh no.
slick back hair, not Italian.
I can picture this man.
He has-
perfectly.
So can I.
He was like a pudgy, probably Irish. He had, he had
I
rosy red
was gonna say,
cheeks.
like
Oh,
a little bit,
jeez.
any like red, little bit of stubble. 'Cause it's
No,
kinda-
clean shaven. He was
Okay.
always clean shaven.
Okay.
Really rosy cheeks. Like it looked like he's ran for always looked like he's went for a run in the jacket. And he would slick back his Joey colored hair. So it was like he was
no.
trying
Custom
for
color.
the he was trying for like the New York City Italian.
Yeah.
Hey, how you
Bada
doing?
bing.
But he was like probably 0% Italian.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that's what you're picturing. He goes up to Sarah and is like, "Hey Sarah, Beauty and the Beast is
Oh, no.
playing in the movie. They brought it back this week in the movie theater. I'm thinking Beauty, Beast, eh?" And she's like,
Eh?
"Yeah, sounds fun."
Damn, I can't believe it.
Couldn't
She
believe
said
that
she has
word.
a track record of saying yes to anyone
Oh,
for
okay.
anything. Not in like a slutty way.
Yeah.
But
No,
she's
no, no,
always
no, no,
willing
no,
to go on a date with someone to see what
She's always willing to give it a
engaged
try.
now, so that's-
Just willing to give it a try.
Yeah, 100%. Never worked out in her favor, but she was always willing. So she agrees, and then he's over the moon. I was not actually there for this interaction.
Yeah.
But the next day, me and him were now in I forgot what class it was together, chemistry or something. With other friends of ours, but like he comes charging in, and he's like, "Bro, it worked." And I was like, "Dude, that's so fucking awesome!"
Like poggers
Literally.
for you, poggers for you.
I was like, "Dude, I'm
Pogs.
glad. Like, I'm happy." I'm sorry, this story's so long. Like, I need,
It's all right,
I need
fine,
every
it's all right.
detail for it to really
Alright.
take off. So then I text Sarah, and I was like, yo, like,
Going
going
out
on a
with-
date with James. Pretty bold. And I don't know what happened here, but I sent her, like, going on a date with James on Thursday or something. And the mistake I had made was that the date was Friday. And she had written back, like, a date on Thursday? Question mark, what? And now I'm like, oh no, she agreed to this invitation not thinking it was a date.
Okay.
But when she was telling me that she
Did
was
she
just
think
saying
it
it
was a
wasn't
date?
Thursday. Later on I found out she did think it was a date. But
She's surprised by the Thursday.
She was surprised I got the day wrong, and I thought she was surprised because it was just now me saying she knew it was a date.
Right.
So I'm now like, I gotta do damage control. Because if he thinks this is a date and she doesn't think it's a date, could end friendships. So I go up to James.
So how is this guy your nemesis?
Yeah, how is he? How are you not his?
This feels like the moment.
Yeah.
Don't worry, brother. You'll
Find
be
out
out if
next
you're not
time.
on my side at the end of the story.
Okay.
You got some bolts loose.
All right, I'm ready.
So I'm like, brother,
So far,
like,
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah,
Like, so
right,
far.
right now, I'm like, brother, this is bad news. I don't think she thinks it's a date. You gotta like pull out. You gotta like make an excuse, cancel it, call it a day.
I was on his side until he told me what it looks like.
Yes.
Now
Now I'm in the
this
middle.
guttural reaction.
Being from
It's
Long
like- it's like-
Island,
it's like little
guttural
puke.
reaction to like Italian
So
people.
he's like, that's the worst news I've ever heard in my life. I'm devastated, but you're right. I gotta call it. He cancels the date.
Okay.
Years later, I find out the text
Yeah.
thing, which I'm not mad about because I'm like by that time I'm happy that I prevented this.
Yeah.
So he's now like he like recedes
Yeah.
for like weeks. He's like upset, like really like
Yeah.
notably different.
You fucked this kid up.
Dude, well, I mean, like, yes, it was me in a way, but it was more like he thought she was like flat out like, ew, a date. No.
Maybe you're his villain origin story.
Yeah, you
No, I totally am.
You're
That's okay
Joe
though.
Chill.
I'm the reason he has a villain origin story, maybe to some degree.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with
You're
that.
his
As
Mr.
long as you know
Incredible.
he's the villain.
You're
it's
his
fine.
Mr. Incredible.
Yeah,
to
he's
Syndrome.
Syndrome. Dude, he looks like Syndrome. That's a good. Just imagine straight back with a leather jacket instead of up.
Oh my god! And instead of an S, it's a J.
Tyler's later on Mr. Incredible trying to get the super suit on.
Yeah. But so. And you know what's funny is my friend Sarah kind of looks like not Elastigirl, but the
Violet?
is that her? No, not Violet. The platinum haired girl at like Health Syndrome.
Syndromes. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
Hot lady?
built very similarly to that.
Amazing.
Like one weird gust of wind could take her somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Right.
Which was also very funny because he was like massive and she was like nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
Beauty
But
and the Beast, right?
exactly, you see, you're picking up on all these amazing cues.
Oh.
So
Just from that pickup line.
weeks of sad, no one can really get to talk. Halloween of the year rolls around. This is a day that will live in infamy.
Is this a senior year now?
No, we're still in 11th
Oh
grade.
my
11th
God.
grade. 11th grade started, and he was like 10th grade was so good at asking around. So she'd be like my 11th grade
It's gonna
girlfriend.
be like a two-parter.
Yeah, all right, come back next week.
Listen,
I'm ready
it's
for
worth.
We're getting there.
Today is the big the day. Today is this
villain
is the day.
origin
This is
story.
the day. Halloween, junior year,
Yeah.
2013.
13? Yeah.
2013 Halloween 2013. Me and my friend Max, who I'm no longer friends with, but that's not nowhere near on the same level of the stories other than them. We walk in. We're eating lunch with me, him, and our friend Christian. James walks in. I don't know why, but Max is like, dude, I have a funny idea. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, let's gaslight James.
Oh my god, Tyler!
You're the villain.
I didn't do much. This is mainly him.
You're the villain.
Oh my god.
He's like, let's gaslight James. I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come up with like a silly little thing and convince him it's real. I just want you to back me up. And me and Christian are like, I guess, like a silly little thing.
Yeah.
So we're picturing like, did you hear that if you go to the truck in Pokemon, you can get
Right,
Mew?
something stupid.
Like something
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
stupid. James sits down, he's
Oh,
like,
no.
hey guys, how's it going?
I'm so scared for this kid.
And Max is like, oh, it's going okay. How's your like photography venture going? And he was like, my what? And he was like, yeah, all those pictures of Sarah you take behind your back, behind her back.
Oh no!
And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah. Remember, like a week ago, you were telling us that like because of the rejection you've been making do with photos of her and you take at her house when she's not looking, and like he goes off, and me and Christian are just like,
I take it back. This is the villain arc. It's that guy.
It's that guy. Me and Christian are just like, well, we don't say anything.
You were like, yeah, you can find you.
We're so baffled by this is the route.
Yeah, you can find me on.
And then this man says, "Oh, I told you about that." Oh my! And then Max is like, "Yep." And then he's like, "Yeah, these are from you." And dude, bro pulls out pictures.
What a shot in the dark.
Yo, dude, it's so fucking wild.
Dude, Max had the read of a lifetime.
Max like, yo, you're fucking creepy. Let's gaslight you.
He's like, I'm gonna gaslight him. It was just an excuse for me to be like, I know.
Dude, I like to this day I sometimes wonder if like Max found out and was like,
And like
how do I tell the group without sounding
Like an asshole.
profound?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't sound profound if one of your good friends.
Yeah. Because then you have to confront them. But if you do it as a joke and they come out with it, it's like,
because that was his idea.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
Maybe. So this comes out.
What
right?
happens? Yeah.
All right. No longer.
Christian.
Max is no longer a bad guy.
Christian's like,
fuck James.
Christian's like, I'm sick because she's like my best friend.
Yeah.
I just get up and I walk out of the cafeteria. As I'm walking, I hear Max just go, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was fucking kidding. What the fuck are these?" Christian's laughing his ass off. I'm just walking out.
I'd be crying.
I'm just walking out. And I literally
I
walked
you
out
about
of the
those?
cafeteria.
Oh my
and to
God.
this day, I have never spoken a word directly to James since that moment.
That's
But-
fucking
Where do we
crazy.
fast forward to?
Well,
Sometimes
the
you-
balls, this is where the snowball starts.
Okay.
So I immediately am like, okay, I don't want this to spread around the school because that's horrible for Sarah. But she needs to know.
Yeah, easily.
I know her schedule for best friends. I literally go to the class she's in. It was band, so it's kind of easy to like.
Like
Band's
peek in and be like,
bullshit,
It's okay. Either that or she was in the band room with her friends. I don't know if she actually. But I knew where she was. That's the moral. It doesn't matter where she was. I walk in and I'm like, yo, like talk. And even the teacher like saw like how like my demeanor and was like, whatever.
It's banned. It's banned.
That was banned. Yeah.
So I talked to her and I'm like, listen, this is what's going on. However you want to handle this is up to you.
Yeah.
The only thing I know for sure is that I'm never speaking the word to this man again. And she was like, that sounds like a good way to handle it. Neither am I. So we just decide that
Amicable way to handle
we're
it.
never talking to him again. We're always going to leave a room if he enters it. Like, we're just going to like ghost him.
What are you going to do about Spanish?
He wasn't in Spanish at this point, right? No, maybe he was. We figured it out. Don't worry.
The timeline.
Timeline's messed up.
Tyler fucked his own timeline. All right.
Anyways.
So here we are.
So here we are. We're doing our best, you know. And so if it's class, it's class,
Yeah.
whatever. We land on that. About a week or two of this goes by, and it's very amicable and normal. And our friend Jimmy comes up and is like,
different Jimmy.
that's why when you said Jimmy, I didn't like dive into that because there's a Jimmy in the story.
Oh shit.
He's like, hey, I can't like help but notice that you guys aren't talking to James.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
and you
up with
can't
that?
like tell like.
And we straight up didn't. Me and Sarah were like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. But Max was also there. And he was like, you want to know why they're not talking to him?
Jeez.
Bam! Tells Jimmy. And Jimmy's like,
well, there it goes. That's the whole
holy
school house
crap.
Yeah.
Walks out.
Wildfire.
Tells everyone he
Yeah.
can.
now. Did the school find out about this?
I don't think so. But our entire, so now the entire friend group is like, yeah, we're not talking to this sicko.
I mean,
No one talks to him anymore. He loses all of his friends overnight. And now he's like
Deservedly.
looking for someone to blame. And I don't know how it happened because, again, I still have not spoken a word to him. It came back to Tyler told everyone what happened with Sarah.
Oh no.
And because I was the one that started the not talking to him.
Yeah.
But I never told anyone to do that.
You're the best friend, so you're in the
Yeah,
driver's
so
seat.
everyone followed.
Right.
Followed my cue of let's
Uh-huh.
stop talking to him, and because it was my cue,
they assumed it was you.
I was blamed. So,
We get to senior year yet?
senior year is kind of just like we're nemesis. It's like the big
Okay.
event that like really changes everything. Is I think it's pretty well documented. You all know how big of a film buff I am, right?
Yeah.
In every year of high school, I took like intro to filmmaking, film 2, film 3, and then I even took like an extra study that was just me and 2 other people in film, so I could have film every year. I don't know how your guys' like computer labs worked, but we had a lab that was the one we worked in all the time because we needed computers. And up until this incident occurred, there were like just folders that just said the names of the people that are always using the computer, and then there was like guests if your like teacher rents out the computer lab for a day. His social studies teacher rented out the computer lab for the day, the one that I do all my work in all the time, and he just happened to sit at my computer and saw that there was a folder with my name on it, and saw that I had 3 years worth of video work in there.
Oh no!
And he deleted all of it, and then double deleted it in the recycling bin, and then like quadruple wiped because he knew computer shit.
So he wiped it from the hard drive as much as he
made it
could.
so gone,
no.
and then he just left the memes that were calling me fat.
As if he wasn't bigger than you. Yeah.
Holy
And then
shit.
so they were like the folder was replaced with like 5 memes of like you're fat, eat shit and die, blah blah blah. So I sit down the next day and I'm looking for my work and I can't find it. And my teacher's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "There's someone did this clearly because there's like a hateful thing left." And she was like, "I don't know how we're gonna figure out who did this. I can look at like everyone who's checked out this computer in the last 2 days. We had block scheduling, so it was every other day I had film." And she's like, "Okay, since your last film class, like 13 people have sat at this computer. So the best, like, do you want me to like read you names and you let me know if you think anyone would have done it?" And I was like, "I guess," but I'm sure it was like, I don't know. She gets like 8 names down or whatever, says his name, and I'm just like,
It's him.
fuck him.
You piece of shit.
And then at this one, now this is where it gets wild.
Oh my god.
This is where it gets wild.
This is where I get wild, I guess. I'm seamed like a clam.
I need snacks.
Yeah.
And
I know, right? Where's our podcast
the
next?
next class we have is chemistry. This is the same chemistry that he was in with me.
Yeah.
It was right after film.
Okay.
So I dumped acid in his
So-
eyes.
And then I blocked the eye wash.
I'm like, Max is in my film class, and I'm like, "Dude, I gotta be real with you. I'm willing to get suspended over this. I'm gonna kick his ass in chemistry class."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, you sure?" And I was like, he's gonna walk in, and I'm gonna deck him.
Tyler,
You can
super
do whatever
non-fight,
you wanna
like
do."
non-aggressive.
And he
at
was
all.
like, "Yeah, I'll back you up. Like we can kick this guy's ass." So I'm just sitting in film, not doing anything because I have no work to work on. And I'm just playing it in my head.
Fuming.
Like,
Did
I'm
you like
gonna
get
walk-
an instant A from
It
your
was like,
professor?
she was like, "The project you're currently working on, we can take as a withdrawal. I'll see what we can do by getting your old projects," which I had a few of them on a flash drive, so I only lost a handful like permanently, which still sucked. But
Yeah.
the project I was working on got like a don't worry about it, I'll double grade your next one if it's good. She even was like, "The next good project you submit, I'll double grade it." She was really cool.
Sounds cool.
But so I'm now for 80 minutes. I'm just thinking like all the ways that me beating him up in chemistry could go. It's either I walk in and he's already there, and I have to jump him at his desk. It's either I wait by the door until he walks in and I like fucking RKO him.
That was
that's
the
cool.
waiting outside the door was the famous one in our school. It was like,
Yeah.
bell rang.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, so like the opposite though. Bell rings, he comes into chemistry. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Tyler wasn't
So,
waiting for class.
I walk in with Max. He's not at his desk, and I'm like, it's the
The
door
RKO.
ambush. And I'm just hanging there. I'm like sitting, I'm like sweating. I'm like red with rage. And my chemistry teacher walks in.
Oh no.
And she's
I
like,
take her.
I accidentally
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
"Bro, my RKO and my chemistry teacher, I'd be pretty bummed."
Sorry.
But she sees me standing there, and she's like, "This is a weird. Like, why are you
Yeah,
here?
yeah, of
Why do you
course.
look like you're about to murder?"
Spot.
So
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat up James when he walks in." And she was like,
All right.
"What?" And I was like, I give her the whole in front of chemistry class.
The whole
People
thing?
listening, I give her the whole saga, and like I give her like the 5-minute like admin cut.
So now we don't get
don't
that.
get the
It's not as fun. And she just goes, "I can't like
Let you do
let
that.
you do
yeah.
that, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And she was like, "Unfortunately, I did forget this thing that I have to photocopy. So I'm probably going to be here 5 minutes after the bell, but I'll be right back. But you don't do that, but I'm not going to be here."
Of course.
And she
Shut the
leaves.
fuck up.
And I'm
Shut
like,
your fucking
that's
mouth.
awesome.
Dude, Max is like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "Oh my god." And now there's like 6
Everyone's
people.
ready, like-
everyone in class is like, he's gonna kick the shit out of him.
Come on. Tell me you beat the shit
And
out
I'm
of this
waiting.
kid.
Tell me
and
you
I'm
hit this
waiting,
kid.
and the bell rings. I'm waiting.
He
I'm
doesn't
waiting.
show up. Oh,
I'm waiting.
the other teacher took him to the principal. 100%.
She comes in, back, and I'm like, oh, all right. I sit back down, and then later I found out that my film teacher had already contacted the principal. He got called in,
All right.
cried his eyes out, admitted to what he did, and he got like a few days of suspension for it. So
way less cool.
like it's a dud finish. I wish I had killed him. I wish I had killed the man.
I wish I ate his fucking heart.
But yeah, so that was
Joey's
that was
D&D character.
and from that point forward, it was always like there were times he tried talking to me like to get past it, and I would just like
No.
The most famous example, this is a quick one, is when we were at a Smash tournament, and I was talking to this guy that I had just beaten, and he had just lost his match. But if he had won, we would have been in the next round.
Oh, that would have been epic.
Oh, that's a
And he comes
story
over,
for the ages.
and I'm talking to this guy, and he's like, where you are, and he's like, Tyler, I really wanted to like get the smash against you because like, I feel like we needed to get that out, and like it would have been fun, you know?
No.
And I was talking to this guy, and I'm like, it was a different time, mind you, so I'm about to say something that's no longer acceptable.
Don't say it.
All right, I'll replace it with something else. But I basically said something along the lines of, they just get a little fucking like stupid in here. I'm gonna go get some air because it's disgusting. And then I left.
I wonder what you could have said.
Did it just get a little
I wonder what you
stupid
could have
in
said
here?
in 2014 that was like socially acceptable to say
Honestly,
that.
dealer's choice.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I know which word I mean, but y'all never know.
You can
So, yeah.
Mad Libs it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, I guess if we wanted to fast forward to today, the only time I ever see him is he's in Grimm sometimes.
Ah.
And whenever he's in Grimm, I'm always like I'll tell whoever I'm with, like, if that
Don't
guy
talk
comes
to him.
over here, we don't talk to him, like, blah, blah, blah. And then,
You give them this exact story.
yeah, well, they most of them know it by now. Like, they even got this version. Like, I sat down for like an hour and told them that they need to know. Because it's hard for me to be like, this person deserves to get ousted. If they come over here, I might punch them. Because it seems it's not a fair reaction unless you know why.
Definitely.
But he's like gone off the rails. Apparently, he like beat up one of our friends with like an Xbox controller and sent him to the hospital and broke his orbital bone.
Oh
The
my
dude's like gone.
You are
full
literally his
drunken
origin
mess.
story.
Yeah.
He's a drunk who like hurts people. He abuses his little brother. Like
Oh my
He is,
god, dude! Why do you always end episodes with
All
this
right, I have to
awful
cut this
story?
part.
Wait,
Jesus, I'm not gonna tell you how. I'm just letting you know he's gone full bad guy.
All right.
And have you gone full good guy?
Not really.
So
So
everyone's
no
a
one came
loser.
out a winner. Yeah.
He's like full bad guy, and I'm like just Tyler.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
So
Holy
that's my
fuck.
nemesis. I'm sorry that took
That's-
probably 30
I don't have
45
one.
minutes.
Is yours even remotely close to that?
Mine's just super quick. I had an ex-girlfriend, and then she started dating this dude that I already didn't like, and I was like, I don't
So it's
like
not
that
Jason.
he's fucking.
Jason?
I don't like that he's fucking my ex-girlfriend, even though I broke up with her and don't give a shit about her anymore. I just don't like him, so he doesn't deserve it.
Awesome.
That was it.
So who's the nemesis? The girlfriend or the fucker?
the
fucker.
fucker.
All right.
Mine's a
Is this the
goat.
Hulu girlfriend?
Yeah.
Well, another story for another time.
They've
gotta
heard
go-
that story.
We
that
gotta go.
story's been told on baseball.
We gotta go to
Twitter.
questions.
Two of
from
the
Tyler.
questions.
I hate to
Today's a
correct you
sport.
guys, but there's not questions.
What?
There is question.
Is there?
So
even?
we recorded 2 videos quickly in succession this week, so there weren't enough questions to do a 5-question
Yeah.
Marty. So instead, we got one really good question that we're going to discuss for however long it takes. Little
10
Cokes
minutes.
basically asks,
I love Cokes.
hey guys, what do you think of the Gamer Facts? Is that what this is
Game
called?
Facts.
IGN, is it
Facts.
GameFAQs or IGN, whichever one it is?
I think it's Game Facts. I'm just going to triple check so I get it right.
Yeah.
I believe
Game
it's
Facts, yeah.
yeah.
He said, what do you guys think of the Game Facts tier list for Mario Superstar Baseball?
Can
Let's
you
find out.
All right, give us a year.
And here it is on screen.
11 years ago it came out. They should be able to, I'm going to read it off, but
Yeah.
them saying it would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll
you can
put
put
it
like in
up.
the corner
I'll
or
put it up.
something.
Yeah.
So, those at home are looking at it, I guess. How do you guys want me to read this to you? I can go bottom up or top down?
Bottom up.
Bottom
I
up.
would rather go from. You know what? We'll go.
I'll
bottom.
let you know, both ways are wild.
Bottom up.
Both ways are
You gotta
equally
do it like
fun.
when you are tier list. Just read the names
So this
out
was
and we'll
10
react.
years ago?
11 years ago.
11 years
Yeah.
ago.
So
Wow.
tell
11
us,
years
Tyler,
ago.
what's the bottom tier?
2009.
All right, so there are...
Is this Mario?
2010.
2010. Are we sure this is Mario Superstar Baseball? And
They didn't
not
rank K-Rool,
Sluggers?
bitch.
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
non... Yeah,
You're
don't
right.
worry about it. So, there's 6 tiers. I'll also name them as we go. The bottom tier,
This is the
you at home might be familiar with
It's
this
a
name,
classic.
is the Mario tier.
the one thing we've ripped from this.
Yeah.
Not seeing the tier
Yeah.
list, by the way.
I've never seen
I mean,
this.
I've seen it. That's what
The
it's
Mario
yeah.
tier has one person.
It's Mario.
And
Tell
it's
me.
Mario. And this is the only written thing. They have no reasons on this tier list that are written for like why the characters are there, like what are they performing at. It makes them like this. There's the only thing that's written on this tier list that it needs. It's like, oh, the reasons you should know this are disclaimer 1. The characters are not ordered within the tier list.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Disclaimer 2. Mario belongs in his own tier, far behind the abysmal tier. Those are the only 2 disclaimers.
Meanwhile, where did Mario
place?
placed on our tier list?
He's like 13, yeah, something like that.
13.
Now let's all right. So let's
So
Just go through the tier. Just read the entire
it
tier.
out. Abysmal tier.
We can have like at the halfway tiers. We can do a little quick discussion.
Sure.
So then we go to the abysmal tier, one step up.
Not Mario.
Only 2 characters in the abysmal tier. Only 2 are this bad.
Okay.
Wario
Oh my god.
Okay.
and Bowser.
Oh my god. What are they slap hitting with him and that's it?
Their
Yeah.
tier list upside down.
What are they just straight up,
Oh
just
my
like
god.
one slap hit.
That's
Okay.
so bad.
I mean, all right.
Whatever.
So Bowser's
So that's the abysmal
Bowser's
tier.
were
bottom
awful.
3.
And then the below average tier also only has 2 people in it. Dry Bones
Okay, that's
Alright,
I get it.
and BJ.
That's
All
fine.
right,
That's
all
where
right.
he belongs.
So let's
Fuck
take
BJ.
a few moments and discuss the bottom 5 characters
I can't.
on the game facts.
I can't.
Okay.
And in case you've forgotten, I'll read them one more time real quick. In order from worst to best in the bottom 5 are, well, not in order, but like Mario, then Bowser and Wario, then Dry Bones and BJ.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like that combination of characters is the issue though. Like
It's
that's
so
why
rough.
they think it's bad because like BJ is good on a Bowser, like he's fine
He's
on a Bowser
not.
team.
He's
I know.
bad.
And Dry Bones is exceptionally exceptionally
Yeah,
good on a
Bones is
Bowser
good.
team, exceptionally bad on a non-Bowser team.
You know what I'm gonna think? I'm gonna assume that they said any
Moneyball.
character without a captain star hits bad.
Except there's 2, 3 in the bottom
However,
5.
Bowser Jr. is so abysmal that he belongs down there, and Wario, they didn't know.
I'm
how
sorry,
to-
6. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, 4.
sorry,
4
what?
of the 5 have
Yeah.
Captain Star hits.
So
And Dry Bones also has a star
okay,
hit.
so maybe
Only green though. They may have not known
maybe
that.
they only picked Monkey Team.
Maybe they only
Or
picked
Go
Monkey
back.
Or-
Team.
yeah, all right.
All right,
Keep
let's hear
going.
it.
But yeah, so I just truly can't believe that.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
So we'll make a little sandwich. There's a lot of characters in the next 2 tiers.
Yeah, let's go.
So the
for it.
next 2 tiers we'll just kind of discuss briefly.
Let's
as we
go for it. Read
The
them all.
average tier has 7 characters in it.
Okay.
Toadsworth,
Yep. Awful, but sure. Yeah.
Shy Guy,
Okay. Okay.
Overrated.
Over. Yeah, a little bit.
Daisy,
That's fine.
It's
I don't
fine,
think Daisy's
yeah.
that good.
Luigi.
No.
fine.
I love Luigi.
I don't.
Keep in mind there's 20 characters above
Yeah, but
us.
that's what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
that's my issue.
Noki.
Luigi's fine.
No.
People didn't discover the Noki
Get
cat.
that girl in a goddamn meta, bro.
Magikoopa.
Nope.
Bro.
yeah, I
I'm
knew you
leaving.
were-
I'm leaving.
Oh, but he's so slow.
He's like,
Fuck you. We're gonna play green
Oh,
match
he's
just to
so
piss you off for the
slow.
stats.
and the final member of the just average tier, bro.
What game were they playing?
Dude, is
They're
that,
playing. I
they're
think they're
playing
playing
Moneyball.
Mario
They're playing
Superstar
Moneyball.
Baseball.
that's so tiny.
But they weren't, dude. Toadsworth,
Yeah.
Daisy, Magikoopa, and Noki. are
I don't
in
think
this.
Moneyball exists in this.
Literally, the
universe.
movie hadn't come out yet. This is 2010,
Yeah, I mean,
which is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
This came out 7 years after. So
Yeah.
7 years of game studying, you'd hope.
They were like this.
Yeah.
And they were like, "This is the tier list."
definitive.
Definitive.
I'm so sorry for you boys.
All right, I'm now gonna move into the high tier, which has 17 characters in it. I'm just gonna read it real quick.
Oh my god.
This
just
kind of is
go
a
through 'em.
hodgepodge. Don't
Go
worry
through 'em.
about it. But Pianta,
Okay.
Boo,
Okay.
KB,
There it
Okay.
is. Okay.
Petey,
Okay.
Yoshi,
All good choices.
Toadette,
Yep.
Toad,
Okay.
Oh wait, hold up.
yeah,
Hold up.
wait, go back.
Hold up. I got confused for a
Keep-
second.
keep
Keep
going,
going.
keep
but-
Toadette and Toad, wait.
Yeah.
Toadette and Toad. You know, better than
Bowser.
Bowser for sure. Bro and
Madge.
Noki by a little bit.
Imagine Toadsworth.
Anyway, I'm gonna
fine.
keep going. Goomba, Monty, Baby Mario,
Yikes.
Baby
Oh my
Luigi.
God.
Where's Baby Luigi?
Koopa Troopa,
Why?
Paracoopa, Waluigi, Diddy Kong, Paragoomba, and DK.
So we're not going to talk about the fact that our bottom tier is their
Yeah.
good. Literally,
Yeah.
the bottom tier of
They're
our
high
tier
tier,
list.
not even their average tier. That's their high tier.
So what's in
They've
the-
got Baby Mario and DK as equals.
Yeah.
That's
So
rough.
are there,
And
like,
better than Bowser.
are there like 3 characters in top 2?
There
There's
are
one.
three
there's three.
characters
Birdo.
in the gods there. There are only 3.
So we got
Mike
Birdo,
has correctly guessed one of them. We got
I know
Birdo,
the other two, so I'm not gonna
Paratroopa,
say anything.
Birdo, Paratrooper?
No, I
No,
said
we said
paratroopers.
Birdo.
Birdo already. I will.
No, wait, hold up. I kind of want.
You want to see if you can do it? There's only 3 characters missing.
Birdo.
Waluigi.
Nope, he was said.
I didn't listen.
I kind of I spaced out after Toadette.
Did you say Peach?
I did not.
Yeah, Peach is top tier. I remember this from the video.
Just stopped here, and there's one more.
There's one more. The one that's all
The best character in the game.
They've
According to this tier list.
they have mentioned
remember.
this is the only
Go
mention. It's somewhere else written, but they have said that out of the top 3, this is the number 1.
It's Dixie Kong.
Dixie Kong, which is just worse Diddy Kong.
Oh,
Objectively,
my
I
God.
think we all agree.
Yeah,
Objectively,
Worst bat,
Diddy Kong.
no second ability,
No star hit.
hit.
I don't agree, but go on.
And worst picture.
Yeah.
I also don't agree.
I don't
go
agree
on.
with that one. I
I
think
agree.
she's a
I
better
think,
pitcher.
I think Diddy's better.
He's a better picture.
I think Dixie's
I would
a better
say.
pitcher.
Regardless,
Anyway,
if pitching's the only thing we're discussing, and bat, star hit, second ability are all still like, I'm not worried about it.
She's the
But
best.
regardless, she's the best character in the game, according
Like
to
at least I
GameSpot.
got one right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these top 3.
That was so fucking.
Birdo, I mean, like,
Fine, it's fine. She deserves
she's
to be
literally been in our top 3
Birdo
before.
belongs in top 3.
Probably I think honestly, I'm gonna say the only
correctly
correct
ranked
thing.
character.
Because the high tier has some people that are in our high tier, but the fact that they're evened out with the babies being as good as
Yeah.
Yoshi,
But like also
DK,
being better than Bowser, Madge, Toadsworth,
100%,
Noki.
yeah,
Oh my
undoubtedly.
I
god.
don't. They must have banned Bowser.
but he's still not.
That's why he's bad. Yeah, well, Mario's unplayable.
But I mean, that's like even that's ridiculous.
Mario belongs in
looking
his
at
own.
me.
Mario belongs in his own tier.
Look at me and tell me
far
Mario's
behind
bad.
the abysmal.
Like
tier.
the only person in the club that is going to actually look at you and be like Mario's bad is Dennis.
And by
even
bad,
then,
he still means like 12.
18,
Does
like
he not
18.
No,
lowest.
he
did
told
put
me
him-
recently that he thinks he doesn't think Mario is as good as he once did, but he still thinks 13 is too low for Mario.
That's wild.
Like, so arguably one
Mario
of our
can
top
play.
3 best players thinks that Mario deserves to be in the 12 range.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this list so
That's
much.
incredible.
I mean, Dixie Kong, start showing us what you can
It's
do,
goated.
girl.
Yeah, maybe
It's like,
Peach is getting there.
Dude,
So-
Monkey Meta is here, so
So
with
here's
Dixie at the top.
here's something that I wanted to discuss, and we
This
kind of
should
already
come out that
started
week.
discussing it. Is that like, what do we think they're doing that this is their tier list?
I couldn't.
What could they be doing with these characters? that
I'm
is
telling you,
making them.
I've
Are
been
they
trying to
pitching with a
think.
Mario? Are they slap hitting with Bowser? Even then, he's not the worst slap hitter.
They must-
Why would you?
They must not be hitting home runs. Like that's my only thought process behind this.
Yeah.
But also charging with the wrong characters.
maybe
like
they're only bunting.
But that would be equal for everybody, would it not?
Well, then Birdo's really good because she's a good fielder.
right.
I think.
Oh, then if it's just via fielding, Dixie
Wait,
and
this-
Peach are like okay.
Could
I
this
mean, they
be
definitely know like about star hits because Peach and Birdo at the top. I mean, those are two
Yeah.
reasonable to good.
But
star
Daisy's
hits.
is arguably
Daisies
is not even arguably. It is better.
better than Peaches.
I would love to contact this person
Yeah.
and be like, hey, like,
Can
what
you
the
can you
fuck?
find out who wrote this first and out them?
I mean, I can't out them any further than their username goes.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Yeah,
this
shout out
is
to you.
Yeah.
Shout out to you and your awful tier list.
this was written by.
We just want to know.
I love. This
I wanna
list.
shame you.
This
for
is
it.
this was written by Power
I fucking hate you.
Power C 11 years ago. They've been a user since November 2007. They have 794 karma, 1 active post.
This one?
This one.
Wow.
Holy shit.
There are other game facts tiers lists that we went through that pretty
Not
quickly.
now.
If you wanted me to read one that's
No.
got like explanations,
No.
It's
No.
fine.
I could.
We'll
but
go
they're
over that
still
later,
not.
yeah.
All right.
They're still really not good.
This is incredible.
Does Power C have another one where they like recant at least? Nope.
All right. Let's,
Yeah, these are some rough tier lists though. I mean, it just goes to show how far this game's come along.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
like, even
I
back
guess.
then. No, you know what? There's actually a few tier lists that have Dixie really high. Like back in the day, I
did they
recall.
just not
Which,
that way? Like
I don't know. I don't know what they used.
they
to
just
do.
put her in center and
Maybe-
like switch her between center and
They might have
and
pitched
the
with
plate.
her.
Maybe
might
they
have-
know
I don't
something we
know.
don't.
I doubt it,
listen,
but-
that's true. I mean, we learn new stuff all the time.
Hey,
I will argue there has been a data mine since then, and we know that
That-
Dixie's not good.
that's true.
I don't
She's
know
totally
She's
how
fine. She's
accurate this is, but this second post claims to be from the same group of people organizing them because people wanted them in order in the tiers.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can very quickly read in order 1 to 32.
This
Run it down, quick.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
This
quick,
tier
quick,
list
quick,
has
quick.
changed a little bit. There's been a few movements.
All right, go
in
ahead,
tiers.
32
Ignore
to 1.
tiers. Read it 1 to 32. And
1 to 32, not 32 to
Yeah,
1.
one.
All right. 1 to 30. This is where the info came from.
Yeah.
Number 1, Dixie Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LOL, obviously. This is the one that I've seen.
Obviously.
What the
All right,
fuck?
keep going.
Oh,
Just go through the names.
here's
Just go
where
through the
here's
names.
where
I gotta
shifts
know what
get
they
started.
know.
Number 2, Yoshi.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a few months after the first
Good,
one, so
good
they've
discovery.
updated.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 3, Peach. Number 4, King Boo.
Okay.
I get it.
I get it, but no.
Not
but, yeah.
horrible.
King
Number
Boo top
5, so the
Alright.
top of the high tier.
We haven't
Number
got
5,
Birdo.
Diddy Kong.
No. All right.
Fucking
shut
go,
the
baby.
list off.
6, Petey Piranha. 7, Birdo.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's low.
it's a little low.
That's
Boo.
so low.
9, Noki.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's
She went up.
go.
They know what's
they
up.
brought
Let's
something.
go.
10, Waluigi.
No.
11.
They lost me.
Dude, we used,
11.
we used to have Waluigi at like 4 on our old tier list.
Yeah,
so.
well, I'm not part of that club.
They
so-
added another tier here, by the way. They made this a little bigger. Like,
Okay.
they added like a little space between
Okay.
high tier and average tier. Where did I leave off? Waluigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next is Pianta.
All
Okay.
right. That's about where I put him.
Oh, I'm a liar. There was one in between Baby Mario.
Sorry.
Thank
So goes
We'll
Baby
rip my
Mario,
hair out.
Pianta. I just want to see what number
Rip
we're
my
at.
hair out.
Oh, it's so
All right,
rough,
keep going.
dude.
So Pianta's 12. Koopa,
Just go.
13.
Just read them off.
Koopa Paratroopa, 14. Now this is where they obviously discovered some tech. Because 15 is Shy Guy.
Mm.
But specifically Black Shy Guy.
He just
Okay.
looks cooler.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Then Paragoomba, then Goomba, then Daisy, then Luigi, then Toadette, then Donkey Kong, then
DK
Baby
sucked.
Luigi.
They can't hit with DK.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Then-
that's 100% it. And they
Then,
played it in the
then
outfield.
we get to the lower part.
100%. Even then.
Toadsworth,
Okay.
Shy Guy,
Can't hit with
the rest of the Shy
the
Guys.
rest, yeah.
Magikoopa,
That makes me want to throw up.
then Monty Mole, who is the only person on this list with an explanation that says great batting, poor otherwise.
Great
Are you
batting.
fucking kidding?
I need
He's
to know
just
what they
worse
know.
Goomba.
Do you think they play with like easy batting?
Either that or they just don't put Birdo at shortstop.
The low tier, Hammer Pro, Bowser Jr., Dry Bones, Toad. The abysmal
Haven't
tier,
heard Bowser yet.
Bowser, Wario, and then the Mario tier is still Mario.
Still more.
And
All right,
then
I'm done.
you're not done quite yet
What do you
because they have a little bit of quotes that I wanted to
Ropes
skip
you
through.
back in.
They have top 5s for fielding, pitching, and batting.
Okay,
I just want
let's
to
hear
go
it.
through real quick.
All right, just
Oh,
rip
God.
Top
them.
5 fielders in order. Dixie Kong, Diddy Kong, Petey Piranha, Donkey Kong, Waluigi.
So why is Donkey Kong
Top 5 fielders in the game.
They can't hit with them.
Oh my god.
Top
so
5
bad.
pitchers. Dixie Kong,
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
in parentheses, movement.
I don't fully disagree with
So
that.
they must think that Dixie's just the best pitcher, like by a landslide, which
yeah.
is just not true.
Paragoomba,
Power
Can
Goomba, the wrong
Paragoomba pitch?
Goomba.
I've
King
never
Boo.
tried.
He's like, fine.
King Boo.
Diddy Kong, Petey Piranha.
Do you think they play with stars on?
No, I don't think so.
I have no idea.
Because KB's considered really good with stars on.
Top 5 batters. Number 1,
If it's not,
Dixie Kong. Number 1 in every category. baby.
Because obviously, lol.
Number
Whoa.
2, Peach. That's what she's known for, is her
I'm cutting the
batting.
video
Do you
here.
think
We're
they
done.
just- do you
No.
think they-
outro.
Number
No
3,
outro.
Pianta. Number 4, Baby Mario. Number 5, King Boo.
Why is Pianta not higher if he's in every single
He was
list?
like number 10.
And then
Yeah, but
here's
they-
the only quote from this tier list. The most strategic person is Dixie, as she can be a great situational pitcher, a bunter, and the best home run hitter in the game, and she's great at stealing. The fact that Dixie's on the top of every single list in this post proves that she is obviously the best character.
All right, I'm out, guys.
Unrelated,
It was nice to see you.
she's also my personal favorite.
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god!
And that's all the time we have
All right,
today.
roll us out. Roll us out. Roll us out.
Oh my god. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming. Whoever made that list, I appreciate
Oh, yeah,
it.
that was
And,
cool. That was written by
Power C.
someone named...
Can you give us that name one more
Yeah, I wanna
time?
out-
Yeah, so the first tier list was Power C, And the second tier list was Illuminous.
Okay.
Shame them.
Okay.
Shame
Don't
them.
shame them.
Shame
They were
them.
the old prophets. They
I
knew
don't care.
something.
Shame them.
But no, everybody, thanks so much for coming. We appreciate you guys so much. If you're interested in joining the Mario Baseball community, we have a Discord down below. We have, I think, like 370 members almost
Something like that, yeah.
at the time of recording this, which is insane. We literally talk all the time. We play net play tournaments. Like, if you're interested in playing this game with other people, like, just join the Discord.
You guys set up a net play setup down here, didn't you?
We did.
So,
Yeah, we have one now. But yeah, chat with us. Chat with anybody in the Discord. We're all really cool. Except, like, I don't know.
I'm alright.
Just think of like somebody to call out in the
Oh,
Discord.
Jakarta.
Yeah,
No, I love
Jakarta.
Jakarta. No, I love
Jakarta.
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 Yeah, and also if you like what we do, if you like the Mario Baseball games we do, or any of the extra stuff like Barrel Banter, we have a Patreon. And as I said earlier in the video, we have a ton of different tiers with a ton of different options. If you join the $5 tier, minimum $5, you get all of our weekly games that are supposed to come out throughout the week, because we stagger them 1 or 2 games every weekday. You get them all Monday night or Monday like midnight. I'm not sure how.
We'll figure it out.
That's
when
right.
it's
We'll
out.
figure
Early.
We'll figure out and let you know. But yeah, you can get anywhere from 5 to 10 games that night and watch them at your leisure. So I mean, it's a pretty good deal. Joey's a patron.
I'm a patron. I'm getting the videos
Early.
on Monday.
Joey, you got the videos during.
I
the
watch every
there,
video
you were
probably
there.
before anyone watches them.
You watch them when they're a draft. Still.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Get the
Joey, you're
record.
signed into the
Yeah,
YouTube.
but if
I'm
you're
literally- yeah.
interested in even checking out what some of those perks are, you can leave you can check the link down below. That would be really appreciated. And thank you guys so much for coming to Barrel Banter episode 3. If you join the Discord, you can leave questions in our Barrel Banter channel.
So we
Yeah.
don't have to review shitty tier
Well,
lists.
I was gonna actually say, if you guys like the change up from questions to like us discussing a specific thing, feel free to also leave topics.
Yeah.
And yeah, all of our individual plugs
Will have been on Twitter. They
are
would have
above
been
us at this
Just
point.
Joey's Twitter.
Follow
though.
me on Twitter.
It's just Joey's
No,
Twitter.
it just says follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, there's no. They have to
Oh,
figure it out.
right. I can't plug
Yeah.
your Twitter.
Yeah. And real quick, if you don't want to join the Discord for any reason, that's okay, no problem. If you want to ask us a question, you can leave it in the comments down below.
Let's go.
So, and
And let's not
we will
forget-
say whose name it is too.
And of
the
course,
username. So
let's not forget, right here is Nancy, Mike's cute
Again,
little puppy. I'm gonna
Nancy.
give her a little pet. Nancy is so cute.
And then the goat over here.
oh, and then the
Yeah.
the video.
I'm just gonna pick a random goat. I'm just gonna get a.
well, you're
random
gonna have
Have
the
the
video.
video.
Yeah.
and then a picture of Mike on top of Mike's face.
Oh yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
then-
put my icon above
And
my
then
face.
instead of Nick, it's like the drawing of him.
Well, that's what
from
I'm gonna do.
Nick.
I'm gonna do mine, and then Nick's will be next to him.
All right, if I don't
Maybe
have a,
by the time I edit
so
it, I'll put
if I
titles.
have a logo, feel free to put it over me. If I don't have a logo, can you give me like
I'll
like
just
John
give it
Cena?
Yeah.
Just give me John Cena.
Oh, and then
Okay.
just put the Twitter logo
Yeah,
on
I'm
my
going
face.
to. I already had that planned.
This is a
Not to worry.
fucking mess. All right,
Perfection,
everybody.
yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, and we will see you for the next one. Take it easy. I love you.
I love you more.
Pew, pew.